We are live.
Yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that means I get to
It's
eat dinner in
great.
peace.
It's good times.
Never.
I mean, on Twitch, they like to watch people sleep. Wait, maybe they just stay here to hear us eat.
Oh, true.
This is unfortunately true. Oh, humanity, where did you go?
I just want to find the one person to watch me sleep.
Okay, now I could see letting like a sleeping stream run while I am sleeping for background white noise of someone else sleeping. Any other
What?
reason, I don't understand.
That reason is weird in and of itself.
I feel like it's no different than like running a white noise machine with the sound of rain.
But
but
podcasts
rain
were
is
invented
rain.
for that.
Look, I mean, I just run a fan, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know
There you
why
go.
else you would have the stream of someone sleeping running.
There you go. My new badass air
Okay,
conditioner
but
fan. That's...
here's the part they don't tell you, Mary. If you donate to them, you can play loud noises to try and wake them up. Those are the kinds of streams that people will watch them sleep. So,
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So, you know, just streams to make other people suffer. Got it.
yeah.
And that's why I hope a comet hits the Earth at light speed. It's the only way to be sure that we don't escape this planet and infect the rest of the galaxy.
Probably already too late.
Yeah,
Good times.
it's good to be cancer.
Yeah, it's wondrous. That's why I watch every day. I watch it's a new 20-minute video every day. Hope and Humanity Restored videos are my new muse. Makes me feel good to know that there's at least 5 good people somewhere on this planet. They haven't all been crushed to death.
I immediately thought, oh, those are all fake then.
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, I'm just a cynic.
Yeah.
The longer time goes on, the more I feel like being a cynic is the right way to go.
No, it's drugs. It's clearly drugs.
Except
Those are
those
not
drugs.
mutually exclusive.
Right, right.
Oh, Lordy. Well, hello. Welcome to the game that's at least 0.4 times better than other D&D streams.
Yes.
I think that's a good calculation. Yeah, somewhere around in there.
How'd you get that number?
I asked the computer from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And it gave me the answer.
Fair
Deep
enough.
thought. So, we just blow shit up here and stab things and beat them with rocks. It's good times. When last we left our heroes, plus one anti-hero, I'll let y'all decide which one of y'all is the anti-hero.
I mean, come on, we all know.
Yeah, it's Gruak.
Yep.
What?
He's my... Don't give it away, Greg. Remember, you and I discussed the whole I'm a villain, take off your mask at the end. You know, aha. It was me the whole time.
Someone's just gonna burst out of the tree.
Now, you all know I'm
Right.
just a secret priest.
The dragon's gonna break out of the tree. No. Will you never speak of that Photoshop again?
He was 4 gnomes in a hollow tree man suit the entire time.
Damn gnomes causing problems every single place. I gotta take my dig. So here it is. We should all write into Wizards of the Coast and tell them to take gnomes right out. Oh, wait, never mind. They already did. Get back in the monster manual where you belong, gnome. Get back in the monster manual where you belong. Good times. Well, when last we left, you guys finally left the city of Aloria after 13 real-time years of being stuck in the city. At least that's what it felt like. You were whisked away to the other side of the continent, to a small settlement called Fort Banderin, a little fringe outpost set up by the Ralostarian government in order to lay claim to lands that once belonged to another people, a people that have been pretty much destroyed because, well, they were right in the middle of the place where the gate opened up and basically blew 2,000 miles of land apart in all directions. If you were standing there on that day, sunblock 50, not good enough. 500, maybe, might have helped you. Probably not. But the land has regrown, kind of, in places. And this is such a place. And since there's nobody here to contest Roland Storia just setting up a little outpost here, what harm is there in that? None. None whatsoever. A certain wizard named Huron Stedor, who just happens to be the archmage of the academy, has visited this place once or twice before, which was beneficial to you guys because he was able to do a mass teleport spell to get you guys over here instantly, while your fake blood of Cassie Bentley goes via the long way on a ship, of which the people will probably be murdered horribly, and y'all have absolutely no regrets and no remorse whatsoever.
Screw
Hey,
you.
Hey, it's real blood, not fake blood.
That's true. The good news is there is some guards on the ship because y'all hired some, so the ship is not without people that can fight with their whopping 8 hit points.
Agreed.
Bitch,
We
But at
paid
least
for
it's
people
not
as good as
Farland's neck.
us. What the fuck?
Okay, 16 hit points then. Excellent. They're
Better.
just higher. Listen, they're hirelings. They'll never be as good as you.
Oh, don't tell that to Ayuki, man. Jesus.
Listen,
Or
she's already.
Mary.
Listen, Yuki's
Wait, why
already taken
me?
on.
I'm
Reggie's
pretty
being
sure I do the
mean.
most damage in our party, Reggie.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
You just need to
Oh.
be there to soak it for me.
No, that's it, everyone. This is a PvP session. Reggie versus Mary. Place your bets.
I mean, the healer's on my side. I'm the tank.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
How many attacks do you think it would take me to down Farland?
Dude, you could. Can you do elemental damage?
Not yet.
I think Reggie's the only one you would have difficulty with, only because of rage. You do
Except
a
you-
crap ton of damage if you roll above a 2.
What's your speed?
Full movement. I think I'm from my barbarian. It's a 40-foot walk. Yeah, 40 foot.
Okay. Yeah. So I'd probably have trouble with you.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I'm pretty sure I can outrun anyone else easily.
Little
But
roadrunner.
Can you outrun this handgun, though? I don't think so. Where did you get that?
Does
Gnome
Reggie
gave
get
it
a
to me.
piece? Oh, no, not gnomish. No, we like our fingers. Thank you.
My bow may as well be one with the amount of damage it does. Just saying.
Fair.
That's true. He is playing the exploitative Gloomstalker to its fullest advantages.
It's not
Good times.
Gloomstalker, it's Sharpshooter. The Sharpshooter feat is what gives me the extra 10 damage on every shot.
I love you guys.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Oh,
Well,
there's a cow on the right side under the tree. I set my bet on that's the first one to die.
well, yes, the UFO is going to land. There's a cow on the map. He's right over here. Look at him mooing. Moo!
Oh shit, that's a bull. There's horns. Come on.
Moo!
Cows have
Also, I
horns
just want to
too.
point out how silly the fire animation looks. Like, at least if you're zoomed out, it just looks like you're looking like at a bobblehead from the.
I like it so much.
It's so
Wiggle,
silly
wiggle,
looking.
Wiggle, wiggle,
Yeah.
wiggle, 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 wiggle.
I just felt like I needed to point it out in case someone hadn't noticed yet.
I like elegantly idiotic solutions to things. And how do we get the fire to look like it's jiggling and alive? Oh, we'll just jiggle it.
Well, like, if you zoom in, like, there is actual effect on it. It's just also jiggling.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, like, that's why it makes me laugh. Like, there is
Yeah, they,
actually
like,
an effect
warp it.
there. But it's also a bobblehead.
Yes, it's the heat shimmer. It's good times. supposedly the heat shimmer. Good times. All right. So the teleportation spell has been cast. You are whisked away to the other side of the continent, and you appear on what appears to be some kind of lovely permanent teleporter pad. Star Trek Eat Your Heart Out. As soon as you appeared in a cinematic cutscene in which we spent many, many millions of dollars paid to our animators to make it look epic. We're talking Elder Scrolls Online level cinematics. All right, absolutely stunning. A giant horn trumpeted in the distance. Pretty much that way. No perception check required. Big, blasting, powerful horn. As you take a look around, of course, Reggie immediately was like, flashbacks to Vietnam.
Yep.
Vietnam. Charlie's in the trees. He was immediately like, protect Lady Farland, and we got to get her somewhere, but I haven't had a chance to take in the scenery because the game was completely buggy as hell last time we played. So we canceled the game, but now it's not buggy anymore. Cross fingers. And you guys can now take a look and see what's going on around here. You have appeared in the middle of a camp that obviously was thrown together. How long it's been sitting here is anybody's guess. It's mostly made out of wooden buildings with thatch roof, wooden palisades, wooden battlements with wooden staircases leading up to them. The walls are high enough that you can't see over them from here, so that's good. They're about 15, 20 feet tall. Big sticks. Where they got the lumber from, you don't know. Possibly the trees that are kind of situated over there in the corner. What's left of them. They didn't chop them all down, so that's good, right? Yay! Preserve Mother Nature. You can see all around you that the walls are currently manned by armored soldiers. They look very similar to ones that you have seen in the city of Allori, wearing the crest of Rollenstara. So as you appear, and there's nobody else around you, by the way. If there's anybody that's here, they're either inside these buildings that you can't see into, or they're up on the walls. As you appear, you hear the roaring chanting coming from all around you, it seems. Raised voices, cheering, jeering, chanting. Sounds like an army has shown up to this fort, which may be the reason why the people running frantically up onto the battlements with their equipment is currently in progress. Anybody here who speaks Orcish? Probably none of y'all, because you're all a bunch of uneducated louts.
Nope.
Absolutely do not speak any of that.
Who wants to speak those languages? Pfft.
I speak Morthulian, man. Back up.
Oh, that's true. That's an
I
even
speak
worse-
fantasy
under the
German language.
impression-
Come on.
9.
I was under the impression that Orcish and the like were things we could not take because they're monster languages, according to you.
At no point did I say Orcish cannot be taken. In fact, orcs are a playable race in my world, so why wouldn't Orcish be takeable? So take that. But yeah, unless you hung out with them, you're probably not going to have learned it. Since none of y'all have that in your
I don't
backgrounds.
even know where the fuck are languages on this character sheet.
And the abilities on the bottom.
The same place they've been for a year.
I don't know the last time you made me check languages. Also, mine I don't think is filled out because I definitely should have Dwarven, not Elvish.
Well done. You should probably fix that. All right.
Nah.
Well, the voices that are chanting. Reggie, as a person who has been in warfare, you know that sound all too well.
Mhm.
Gives you them flashbacks. The voices are chanting. They sound angry. And perhaps you have arrived in the middle of what is about to become a siege of this fort, which makes you, of course, spring into action. Get Lady Farland to safety.
That's right.
All right. So, what is each and every one of y'all doing? I'll just go by the order up here. So, Sir Reggie, you're the first portrait up in the upper left-hand corner, since we're not
Mhm.
in a combat yet. What is your first action that you would like to do here?
One second. Where are we now? Where did we teleport? I forgot.
Fort Banderin
Okay.
in what used to be Old Corinia. This part has been claimed by Roland Starr, though, because, ain't nobody else here to contest it, except for apparently orcs. All right, Reggie, what are you doing?
If I remember correctly, Reggie was in the process of popping out his sword. Jesus, what is that thing's name?
Farland's Grace.
Farland's
Hey,
Grace.
That's what I keep trying to say.
yeah, Farland's got a
Thank
sword
you.
now.
Orland's Grace.
Yes.
He pops Orland's Grace out in a reverse in his big claw hand, and he shouted to Mary to get her ass up on the parapets up there and get a bird's eye view. And he was about to try to very gently bundle Farland off to one of the buildings and cram her in like a sardine to keep her from sprouting a random arrow from the face.
Very lovely. Using what I taught you, which you've probably forgotten, please draw an arrow to which building you would like to go to.
I've been trying to remember how to do the arrow and I can't.
Hold down right mouse button and left mouse button and drag. We'll create a nice
Right
little
there.
arrow for you. And if you want to get rid of it, just right click, left click rapidly, and it will delete it.
Oh, nice. I like that shortcut.
Yes, it's a very nice one. I enjoy it.
The
Stop
main
pointing at the fire. Don't go to the fire, Gruak. Don't go there.
the main thing is at this stage, Reggie's not willing to push her, so he's going to use their height differential to just. He's going to try to take arrows if it does happen. He can take a shit ton of damage, whereas she is tiny and the healer.
I assume you point to that building and say, Lady Farland, follow me and keep your head down.
That's right. And I try
All
to
right.
throw Orland's Grace up so it'll protect itself from arrows.
Excellent. That sword really hates you.
It has no choice. There's no stronger warrior that's going to take it from me.
When you die, and you will die,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's old age, that sword will not show up to your funeral.
I'm going to have it buried with me.
It will fight. It will fight anyone who tries.
Gruat,
All right, so you're going there.
make sure that they bury this sword with me.
Okay.
There we go. Yes, sir. I'm done.
All right, Mary, point to where you would like to go. Reggie says get up on the walls and appraise the situation. There are many ramps.
Yeah, I
AKA.
want to head this way.
Okay, you're going to head over there. Very good. Look at you with your 45 feet of movement. Is that how much movement you really have?
No. I just forgot how to draw a line.
I literally just told you how.
Right, left.
I see. Right, left, right, left. Ugh, look, I
Right.
drew a line.
Okay, so this way.
I believe in you.
That is my movement.
Okay, so you're going to go there. All right, cool. Gruak. Reggie seems excited. He's going to drag Lady Farland off there. Mary starts to hop down off this little teleport pad, moving what may be west, north. Hard to tell unless somebody's got a survival check and wants to figure out which way north is.
Can I
What are
do
you
that
doing?
for free?
Maybe. Why don't
I
you
mean,
throw
I'll
me a
take
survival
a
check?
shot at survival.
Yeah, that does seem like a Mary kind of thing.
Woohoo! 18. Mary, yeah, just as you thought. Like every map in the universe, you're moving west.
Cool.
Yeah, you thought the map might have been turned in a different direction. Never. All right, Gruak.
So
at
we
the
can
opening of this
definitely
crazy-
see.
What are you doing?
We definitely see some people on the walls. They're like up there.
Yes, and they look just like the city guard, city watch, city soldiers that you have passed many a time in Allori during your stay there.
I would point at them and ask, "They friends?" Like to the group.
Yes, support them.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I would just move over there and stay there.
He plants it. So wow, that moved really slow. There's a lot of scripts running right now. Haha, that's a testament to the power of my PC. Because if I didn't have this PC, it would probably still be waiting on him to move there. All right, and then Lady Farland, unless you resist, are you going to follow?
Yeah. She's not gonna
Reggie.
resist.
Excellent. And Ayuki, of course, goes wherever you go. Remember, Reggie, you can always pick up Ayuki and use her as a shield.
Yep.
Got a
If
big
given the
fluffy tail.
opportunity, he's going to try to measure everyone's stride to make sure Ayuki can get in there before us, just in case there's something weird, and he'll bring up the rear to soak up any damage that comes in.
Rawr, rawr. All right, so she goes inside. Oh my God, I moved your hair out of the way. All right, I'm gonna get you all into position here. So you come in next, and you drag Lady Farland in. You throw her over there under the bench, and you tell her, "Don't move.
Yes,
Go
sir.
away. I'm canceling you. I'm canceling you." Mary, because we're in a cinematic sequence. You, but I picked up my own map. Pick her up. Pick up Mary, not the map. There you go.
Getting
Aha!
excited.
You run here and you run up under the wall. I'll let you know in a second what you see. Gruak just turns into a tree. Ah! They can't kill me if they don't know I'm here. And of course, Cassie goes from confident to 15-year-old girl who now has a fear of being murdered in warfare. So she runs in with you guys. Ha! Mary! As you run up onto the wall, doom, 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 doom. The two guards, well, the one closest to you, looks over at you, sees that you are not in uniform, and says, in common, "Who the hell are you? Where did you come from?"
Reinforcements. Just trust us.
"It's about
That's gonna
damn
work.
time." Well, he seems to like what you do. He like what you do. So, just for giggles, I'm going to show all NPCs at once. At least I think that's what that button does. All right. So, Mary, as you come running up onto the wall, rah, yes, there is wall line after line after line of orcs off to the west, north, south, and east. This encampment is completely surrounded. If you zoom the map out, you will see that this entire place is surrounded by heavily armed orcs. They are wearing thick armor, have very nice looking weapons, shields, broad shields. They're banging them together, clanging their weapons on the front of them, making all kinds of racket. And then you kind of see over here, there's this group of orcs that are currently riding on the back of these big ass wargs. They're flying banners just like humans would, right? So they got their little banners.
Is there
There's
any denotion in the token of which ones are riding wargs?
the ones I'm pointing at. But
Okay,
no.
so it's just that group has them.
Yeah, just them. Everybody else is
Okay.
on foot. So they must be elite or something. The dude in the middle is wearing all kinds of fancy headdresses with bones and horns and stuff sticking out of it. So you gather pretty quick he's probably the head honcho. Currently, he's just standing there looking up at the wall, just kind of staring smugly with all of his guards. Their banners flying in the wind. It's the flags are a deep burgundy color with yellow paint on it in the shape of a wolf's head. And the wolf's head has a running mane on it made out of paint that goes all the way to the edge of the flag. So it looks like the mane is flapping in the wind.
All right, you
Terrain.
guys. The orc behind
hang
him
on.
has exciting
Yeah.
trousers. Just saying.
Oh.
Do you have a walkie-talkie? Hey guys!
I am pointing this out for player benefit only.
About to say, are you talking to them? Because they can't hear you right now.
I mean, I'm still in
Alright.
the open. He could yell at me.
He can't find you anymore. You turned into a tree.
Oh.
Blended in with the environment. Speaking of, this appears to have been
Exciting trousers.
a lightly forested area. Could have been at one time. There are still bushes and trees here and there, but a lot of them have been whacked down, obviously, to build this fort. The grass here is healthy. So if this part of the world was damaged by the gate, as is common knowledge, it has recovered since then. And Gruak, you know who you have to thank for the world being restored from being, turned into black ash from dragons and gates exploding and plagues ravaging all living things.
Yes, Tarshanna, best goddess.
She is, at least in this category of nature restoration. So the fort itself is up on a hill. It's not a particularly tall hill with steep embankments. It doesn't have a whole lot of defenses. They haven't had enough time to put, defensive stakes and stuff in place. Only around the front gate, really, and the main towers. It is high enough of terrain here that to the northwest, Mary, which is great because you're on that side.
Mhm.
You can probably about a half a mile away just make out the tops of buildings of some kind of settlement, human settlement. It's probably Fort Banderin itself, like the township itself. And of course, the air smells of sea breeze being carried in because you're on the coast, right where you need to be. Except there's about 100 plus orcs between you and where you need to go. Standing over here, Mary. Yeah. Stop clicking on Mary. Can you please stop? Thank you. There you go. Over here appears to be somebody shouting orders. Kind of hard to see lots of detail. It does look like a female, short black hair, but can't make out a whole lot of details. She's wearing half plate, full plate, lots of metal. Her armor gleams in the sunlight. You can
Cool.
just make her out telling everybody to hold fire in a very commanding, domineering voice. So that's kind of what you gather from your position inside the little cottage. This appears to be some kind of little workshop that you have brought everyone into, Reggie. Currently, there's nobody in here. There's some benches.
Excellent.
There's some benches here, a bucket or two, some chairs, a washing tub. Perhaps this is the laundry house. Doesn't matter. It's got a roof on it. And provided there's not flaming arrows raining down on top of the thatched roof, this should provide some cover.
Yeah, there's nobody in here to kill my wards. Excellent. Excellent.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. Mary, we'll swing back around to you. Well, I guess down to Reggie. Reggie, everybody inside, you guys are just going to hunker down for now and wait? Or, now that she's safe, are you going to go out and join Mary on the wall? What are you doing?
Reggie's amped up, ready to go, but he's very visibly holding himself in check. Lady Farland, I don't know if they have wounded, but you might consider. And if you don't mind, may I? He points outside and hefts his weapon.
You need to do what you need to do, Reggie.
Ayuki, do you have this?
Get out of here, old man. Go save the world.
Excellent. He'll start wading his way out, already starting to move like he feels like he's 8 feet tall.
Well, there's a shortcut. You don't have to go out the way you came in. There's actually another door that's on the,
Good.
down here. So you run out that way because it seems to be towards the most noise. And you come barreling out. I'll just move you. You come barreling out.
Thank you.
Quickly take a look here. There's a little bench here for people to sit under this raised area, but you see the platform and Mary at the top currently doing the scouting posture as she's squinting. So you come running up the steps. Clunk, 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 clunk. Mary, behind you. The loud thud of Reggie-sized footsteps can be heard.
Took you long enough.
What's going on? Orcs?
Lots of them.
Huh.
How do you
Damn
plan
it.
on fighting from the wall? Or do you want to go over to the gate?
To be honest, I'm considering just jumping down and wading into them.
If you do, I'll cover you.
No. We can't overinvest here. We have to be prepared to abandon them to take care of Lady Farland. So any
Why-
wounds we take...
I'm inclined to agree with you, but I don't see how we can escape.
In case you can't tell, we're going to spend this time figuring out what the fuck to do before
Yes.
we invest.
Have they closed these gates yet, or are they still open?
All gates are closed currently.
Okay.
They're
And
all
from the wood of the palisades, how high is it to the top of the spikes? I suppose the very tip of the wall. How much would I have to climb up and jump down if I were an idiot?
Oh, those aren't OSHA-approved safety rails, sir. They're only like 3 feet, 4 feet tall. You can jump over those easily.
Oh fuck! So they actually offer very little help. Okay.
Correct. Correct. You
No
get the
real cover
impression-
from ranged weapons?
Not really up here, no. I mean, you got a little bit of cover because, they're wooden fences, but they're not solid yet. This fort is not complete.
Oh,
Mary?
shit on me.
Mary is smart enough that she will point out to Reggie that looks like the commander over there, who's facing off with possibly the orc commander, who's down there in front of the gate on those big ass giant wolves.
I would indeed point that out.
But we can't assume any part of this fucking wall is going to do anything, and those orcs are... How bad are we outnumbered?
Bad.
Yeah, they're just going to overrun these guys.
Genuinely, I think it's like one group of orcs for every one guard we have.
Looking heartbroken, he leans in. Is this a lost cause? Should we flee? Ugh.
So as you two are discussing
I think
things,
it'll depend.
there's another horn blast that comes from this guy right here to the left of what appears to be
Clean
the
legs.
commander. Good old clean legs, yep. And at once, all the orcs snap to attention. This is no orc rabble. These guys are military trained.
Wonderful.
Yes. Let's
Yes.
see here. You, Mary, and Reggie. Okay, so Mary and Reggie and Gruak, because y'all are from that part of the region, give me a history or nature check, whichever one is higher or trained. None of them. We never went to school.
Hey, some of us didn't. Back off, man.
Said history or nature?
History or nature, whichever one is better for you. A 1, excellent, Gruak. Well done.
I'm right behind him, I'm sure.
No, not terrible.
Oh, man.
12, not absolutely bad. All right, Gruak. You, sir, having been secluded at Lake Serene, never really had much contact with orcs. You've dealt with the occasional goblin or two, but these aren't goblins. And you don't even know anyway because you're currently down here in the middle of the camp. But what you do hear is suddenly all the chanting and banging and clanging of steel on steel just comes to a halt all of a sudden. And an eerie quiet settles over everything. Reggie, with your 12, your history. You know that orcs got all up in the business of August back when the first calamity, when the orcs were basically trying to conquer the entire planet. They did get into the area, but your history's a little rusty. You've aged since you were a lad, and you've drank way too much to remember the specifics of orcish history and warfare, other than the general basics that orcs did fight in the general vicinity that you used to call home, and that eventually they got their asses handed to them, and they fell back to the place where you are now, Old Corinia. But that's about all you get out of a 12. Now, Mary, with your 18, you have seen orcs before, and you are aware that there are two types of orcs. One is a little bit more brutal than the other. You are fairly certain that you are looking at gray rock orcs. They do not have the green skin tone of the other orcs. These are more grayish, and they stand more upright like men rather than hunched over like, gorillas type thing.
Yeah. Okay. Less brutish, more humanoid.
Right. These are, if you're gonna meet orcs and have a chance of talking your way out of something or just chilling and, hanging out and having a good time, these are the orcs that you want. The fact that they aren't already coming over the wall just affirms your suspicion that these are gray rock orcs. They're highly intelligent, they're very skilled, they're on par with human beings, and they are extremely dangerous in battle if you piss them off. But they're more civilized. So that might be fortunate for you. Time will tell as this scene ticks on.
One thing I don't think you've mentioned: the guards that we've got stationed here. How well equipped and trained do they look?
And do they look like they're shitting bricks right now?
No, they look disciplined.
Excellent.
They're well armed. They're armed with axes, halberds, long swords, crossbows, longbows. So they look trained. They're not fresh recruits. If you get up close and peer into somebody's face, you might see the usual jitters, right? That even Reggie used to suffer from back in the day, just before lines are joined. There's that butterfly in the stomachs, right? Just before everybody smashes into each other. So they do look on edge, nervous, but they're not going to abandon their post anytime soon. You get the impression.
I wasn't worried about that. I mean, look, okay, so maybe these orcs are better trained than your average orc, but well-trained elite guards versus a large group of relatively wild orcs. I wouldn't necessarily bet on the guards, but I'd feel better about siding with them. But if these are not super well-trained elite guards and this is a military of orcs, Reggie, I'm leaning toward running like you were.
Just a gameplay question. If we reach the edge of the map, we are gone. So they don't follow us, or how does that work?
Right, because this is a video game.
Yeah, no, they'll definitely.
No, you come in on the other side.
Yes,
it just loops back around.
Yeah,
you'll never get out of this scenario.
They fall off the flat map, the edge of the map.
Yes, they do. Correct, they do. You're pretty sure of it. Let me see here.
You said I recognize what kind of orcs they are. How intelligent are they typically?
With an 18, they're on par with men.
Okay.
They can speak common. They can speak multiple languages. They can carry on different professions. They have been hired as mercenaries before in civilized cities. As long as they behave themselves, they're allowed in some cities to do trade, business, blacksmithing, things like that. So they can carry on civilized existence.
Ugh.
But these apparently look like they're agitated and ready for war. Why they're agitated, you don't know, because you just got here. Reggie and Mary, why don't you both give me raw wisdom or intelligence, whichever one's higher. You'll get two different results based on which one you want to roll for. So take your pick. You either do a raw wisdom check or raw.
Wonderful.
So Reggie, you're too busy glaring out there, counting in your head already how many you can murder before you might get overrun.
Mm-hmm. You know you so well.
Yeah. So your wisdom fails to yield any results for you. Mary, your wisdom you're equally kind of assessing the situation, trying to take it all in at once in rapid fire fashion. A 10, just enough to know these guys look like they might be able to withstand a fight for a little while, but due to the sheer volume, you're pretty sure this place is going to get wrecked if the orcs actually decide they want to attack it. Now, you guys might provide some relief, as you are all trained soldiers and probably better equipped than they are to fight, because y'all are the heroes of the story, and one anti-hero. I'll let you guess who it is. Gruak. It's definitely Gruak. Definitely Gruak.
It's obviously Farland.
So it is. Who knew? Well, little did you know, Farland and Gruak are working together to overthrow the world.
How
Dun,
dare!
dun, dun, dun. So, Mary, this guy right here, as you guys are kind of assessing the situation, trying to figure out fight or flight, this guard kind of points to the black-haired woman in the plate mail armor who's issuing orders. He points to her. If you're reinforcements, you'll want to check in with the commander. Next to the commander to the left is a much, much heavily armed looking dude than the one that just told you to go over there and look. You look at him and you're like, that guy's probably a badass, highly trained. He's probably an officer of some kind, a knight, if you will.
Or a very expensive paperweight.
That's a possibility too.
That's my main worry about all of the guards here.
Okay, and another question. I
Are
got
we
another.
able to like slide by him on the parapet?
Yeah, you can move through. You just can't occupy
Okay,
his
so I'll
space.
making my way over that way.
Reggie, do you go with Mary or do you stay here?
Yep.
All right, so we'll get back to you guys here in a moment. I'll run over here. Reggie, throw this guy.
Oh, I'll throw him the other way. Come on.
Also, weapons for sure drawn at this
Get
point,
wrecked.
if that wasn't already clear.
Yeah.
Right, bow in hand, and
Oh yeah.
this ex-knight who, to the uninitiated, looks like he has no idea which end of the sword to use properly.
Yeah.
He's a drunk
Fuck.
moron. He's a drunk moron to others. Those who know him know that he does better when he clubs things to death with the sword. All right, so that's you guys moving along the wall. Meanwhile, Gruak, as all the sound of chanting and roaring and clanging metal stops, are you changing your stance? Are you going to move somewhere? Or are you just going to stand there all day? What are you doing?
Yeah, but first the question. What's the movement speed of a cow and how many can ride on it?
These are the questions.
These are the questions, yes. I'm looking him up.
Would expect them to be fairly slow.
They are a 30-foot movement speed.
Yeah.
Armor class of 10, hit points of 15. They are designed to be slaughtered and or milked.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
These are not war cows. These are not war cows, sir.
Okay, then a different plan. What would have been fun? I mean, just bust out the gate, all riding on a cow off into the distance.
Okay, as was
That'd be
noted,
great.
that's probably a bull, and it'll probably try to buck you off. So,
I can
Reggie,
talk to animals. That I can persuade.
what if he's just
That
in a
bull is
pissy mood?
far too proud to be rode.
Exactly. See, Farland knows more about this animal than you do.
But if I tell it, it would die here, and if it comes with us, we protect it. And I might have some points here.
I guess this is fair. Argument.
Fuck animals. Walks up to the cow. Hey, you're gonna die if you stand here. The cow just shits itself. All right. So what are you gonna do, Mr.
I probably would walk up to the wall and talk to Reggie and Mary.
Well, from your point of view, you see Reggie with his giant size 15 ass kickers clomping up the steps. He stops for a moment, exchanges excited hand gestures and points and stuff with Mary, and then the two take off running along the battlement wall towards the front of the gate. I assume you're going to head over this way then, and try to head him off at the pass, or are you going to come up here?
No, the other way, but not too close at the fire. No, ow.
All right. We're gonna do you a dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. You're about right here. All right, so you're coming around there. Suddenly they turn around and see this giant walking tree. They all piss themselves and start filling you full of arrows. Lucky for you, you have bark. All right, so you're lumbering along that way, moving with a hurried pace. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Meanwhile, back inside the cozy little washroom or workshop or whatever the hell they're using this place for, we have the girl power. Lady Farland, I assume you just sat down on the bench, or are you standing around pacing? What are you doing? Do you stay here? Do you go see if anybody's wounded?
She would probably peek out the door.
Which door? You got 2. North door,
The-
south door.
South door.
The one Reggie ran out?
Yes.
So you move down here and you're like peeking out.
Do I like see people on the wall?
So when you peek out and you kind of take a look around, you do see Mary and Reggie up there. They're doing hand jazz right now, pointing and gesturing and doing stuff. Can't kind of make out what they're saying. You do just like Gruak. Suddenly, all the sounds of war ruckus just suddenly stops after the horn gets blown a second time, and then you see those 2 go running north along the wall. Looks like they're heading somewhere up north. Can't really see through all the buildings here. Directly across from you, you do see a couple crossbowmen guarding the southwest wall. And if you look, kind of peer over that little tiny railing that's there, you can kind of see another guard directly to the south of you also appear on this wall. So there's 3 guys on this side.
What about the other door?
You run back quickly. And Cassie, this whole time, Cassie's doing this. She's doing that, and then she's doing this, and then she's doing that. Oh my God. Holy shit. Cassie, come back. Where are you going? Oh my God, she lagged out on me. All right, so she's pacing back and forth. And Ayuki, she's like running around with you as you peek your head out. So as you peek your head out, just the time you see Gruak with his giant 8-foot ass lumbering across the yard. He appears to be heading north through the camp for some reason. And then you lose track of him as he goes around the corner of a building. Across the way, you do see even more crossbowmen and knights way over here on the wall. Looks like there's a lot of dudes covering this wall. So they must be the eastern side protection of this fort.
Do I see anything that would appear to me like a barracks for an infirmary or anything like that? Or are all the buildings sort of nondescript?
They're all really nondescript. There's no like, bring your wounded and sick here, or or a big medical symbol hanging from a placard or something. There's none of that. None of the buildings have any signage on them. They're all they look like they were put together pretty dang quick.
I would assume it's one of the bigger buildings.
Could be.
Is the room I'm in is just kind of like a storage room?
It's got benches, chairs, wash tubs, buckets, chairs, things like that. Looks like this might be a place for people to do laundry. Got to wash them uniforms, right?
Yeah. She's not really gonna say what she's gonna do, but she's gonna, let's see, right click, left click.
Correct. Hold down the right mouse button, then left click drag.
Come
drag an arrow
over to this building.
Righto. All right. The door on this building is open.
Okay.
So you just kind of peer in. And Batman. Let me do this and then that and then do that.
Yeah, that's about when we started noticing the signs of his insanity.
The Dungeon Master lost his mind trying to make this map. Which I probably made it wrong because this map was made like a year ago. Go back to So why is that still there? Huh. That's being generated by line of sight, isn't it? One moment, please.
You're being generated by line of sight.
I am. Ooh! Oh, that's telling me what you guys are seeing. That's not helping me one damn bit! Aha!
Oh, tits.
There we go. Can y'all see everything now?
That was very daylight.
It's very bright now. I know. It's very bright now, but since I don't have this map right, it's
God, you
darker than this.
flashbanged.
Yeah, basically, I just tore out all the walls that are blocking light because they're not working right.
Yeah, it's no worries.
So,
But it is
remember-
actually evening, or what time is it? Is it dark or not?
you have arrived in the morning hour, you
Okay.
believe. Yes, yes. Mary knows for sure because she did a good survival check. So she's like, ah, that's west. Aha! And the sun's over there to the east. So this must be morning.
Ha!
So take that. Ha ha! Ha ha! All right. So you kind of peer in, Varlin. This looks like some kind of maybe officers' quarters.
Mm.
There's a nice bed here. Well, nice as
As
straw
nice as
bed.
it comes.
Yeah. Got some crates here. There's a long table at the back of the room that has 4 chairs around it. Might be a place where people eat, or maybe they do planning there. There's a bookshelf here with a collection of books, a chair, a couple chests currently closed, but nobody's inside.
Okay.
that's-
She would probably go up to the wall where Gruak is heading, and that would be,
All right.
what
All right.
she
So
would
that's
be doing.
got you. Well, Ayuki's not one to let you go by yourself, so she takes off running to catch up with you. And ain't no way Cassie's is going to leave Big Sister. Because Big Sister is safety. Big Sister is life. So she follows you as well. All right, rolling back around to the goon squad.
Wait, how
up
do I get
on
rid
the
of my
wall.
arrow? Oh, wait.
Just quickly right click, left click together. Right
Oh,
click.
okay. Okay, there we go.
There you go. Yep, that's how you get rid of your pointers. All right. We may not have a ping, but damn it, we got an easy to use point system.
Yeah, it works.
All right. So, so as you two come running up and you excuse us, and you move past the crossbowmen.
Lady.
Who are you calling a lady?
Dear God, tell me I didn't remember that description wrong.
No, she doesn't say that. So she turns. I'll share her little portrait with you, maybe. If it says that it's going to share something, I'll share it with all of you, just so you know. My God, that's slow as hell. That's only a 99 kilobyte file. Why is it taking so long to transmit? I saw that it sent to 3 of you, except for Greg.
Holy
Greg's only
shit, she's got some eyebrow wrinkle.
Yeah,
oh, she's
right.
pissed. She's angry. She's angry as fuck right now. Arrgh. She looks far too young to be some kind of commander out here. But then you notice she's got pointed ears. And if she had long hair once, she's obviously trimmed it off. She's very short-haired. She's very boyish looking.
Does she have half-elf pointed ears, or does she have definitely elf pointed ears?
They're full on pointy.
Cool, cool, cool.
So she looks very dirty, like she's been hard at work today doing stuff. She's got some smudges of dirt on her face, stuff like that. No blood yet. She is armed with shield and a nice, beautiful, elegant-looking elvish longsword that you're well acquainted with elvish works there, Reggie, because you're constantly grabbing it by the wrong end and admiring the hilt, and letting other people admire the hilt up close and personal as you
Yep.
whack them in the face over and over again. So, haha! The knight kind of turns to face you. Who are you?
We are unintended reinforcements. The Lady Most Kind has blessed you. I'm a retired veteran of hard battle, an infighter. I come with a elite archer, minor spell support, a healer, scout, and a quest. We have to get our ward out of here alive, but while we're here, how may I serve?
What he said.
What he said.
He looks fucking comfortable. He's not concerned with anything on the left. He's more worried about the tactical side of it and whether or not he should abandon these people and the moral implications of that, rather than taking an arrow from the side or anything. No flinching, no worry.
All right, so you just lay out straight facts. Mary's like, what he said. Right about that time, Gruek, you kind of start walking up the steps also, which gets the attention. And the one guard number 5 is like,
I'm
he's a
waving.
walking tree.
I'm friendly
I'm
waving
here.
and saying, Gruak, friend.
Gruek, friend. And you kind of tack on as you point over to them, I'm sure. I'm with them. The elf doesn't seem too phased, but the one guard next to her is like,
Oh,
talking tree.
I'm sorry, DM. I left out one important part. While I'm doing that long thing, I'm going to hold up Orland's Grace and open up my hand so you can see the full side of the blade and flash it almost like it was a badge, and then bring it back down.
I see.
I'm relying on the fact that elves in your world are almost all ancient as fuck and know their shit.
Yep, a lot of them are. Many were born here, but the elders, yeah, they're all about,
Mhm.
they're probably more than 1,000 years old, but they've only spent 976 years on this planet. So, and most
Yeah.
of those elders are not too happy about that fact either. This is not our world. Why the hell are we here?
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah. So she throws the knight off the thing. Trades places with him. Trades places with him, and she comes walking up. She offers a gauntleted hand to you, Mary, for shake. Commander
I'll
Corderon.
shake her hand.
I'm Commander Corderon. This is my station. You've come at a extremely poor time, but I welcome your arrival for sure.
Do you have an escape plan?
No,
Hmm.
the situation here is rather delicate. I can explain to you. And Greg steps up here. I can explain to you, and then right in mid-sentence, she's like cut off very rudely from the dude, from the war chieftain, as he rides for, get out of the damn way, you stupid thing. Come here. Oh my god.
Jeez.
Oh my god. He kind of rides forward a little bit, rides down the line, turns to face all of y'all up on the wall. Commander! As you can see, I have made good on my promise. And he takes off his headdress and kind of tucks it under his arm and shakes out his long, silky black hair. Please wait 5 minutes while my internet connection decides it wants to show you all another picture.
Yep.
All right. So this big badass dude, thick as hell. Reggie, even you would think might have a hard time getting your arms around this dude. He's got a bigger chest than even you do. At least 60 inches to your 58.
Oh
Big,
my.
huge battle axe currently over his shoulder right now, and his helmet in the other one. He currently steers the warg that he's riding, which is a pretty much twice as big as the other warg. It's probably like a dire warg. You can kind of see bone armor plates running down its side and on its forehead and stuff. So you're like, that's the big one. He kind of steers it with his knees and stuff, as if he's done this a million times before. I told you. 24 hours. Time has passed. Are you going to give me back my son? Or am I going to have to come in there and get him? So the commander kind of gives both of y'all a sighing look and then looks back down at him. Waltrief Crandock, listen to me. Your son murdered 3 of my men in a drunken brawl. He's being held fairly pending a trial. A trial which I welcomed you to. A trial. A farce. I know how you humans meet justice. I am here to give my son a proper orc trial. Not your flimsy justice. Give him back to me, and I will take my entire army back and you can go about your business. I would hate for all the progress we've made over the last 6 months to be ruined by a poor decision on your part. She kind of looks at you, Mary. And so here you are.
Let's just give him the damn orc.
What he said.
Gruak not from
It's-
here can be judge neutral.
Honestly, it doesn't seem like it's worth angering this many orcs to give someone a trial for a drunken brawl, even if there was killing involved.
I believe in justice as much as anyone, but I apologize. The servant of Azarus came in with us. She's more important. Hand over the orc and be done.
Ooh. Oh.
Well, of course I've got to roll bad.
Okay, so in regards to you showing the elvish blade, with that 23 roll, um,
That was her anger check. Yeah, I get it.
yeah. Make sure, see how pissed off she is. Right?
Enmity.
So the commander does seem to acknowledge the weapon as you hold it up in salute. If a little perplexed that a aged human would have such an elegant, famous weapon in hand. She doesn't say one way or the other whether or not she recognizes it, but Reggie, her eyes kind of go over it longer than warranted from a normal glance, right? So you're
Mhm.
pretty sure she recognizes it. In regards to your calling out, the Lady of Azarus is chosen. She is.
He did not shout that
You yell,
loud enough.
well, loud enough that she could hear it. Well, she's either born under a rock and has had absolutely no contact with religious people or their order dealings way out here, or she just doesn't care because it appears that you slinging out that title means absolutely nothing to her. She's like, shit, I forgot exactly what you said. Repeat, if you can remember what you said.
We have the chosen of Azarus with us. Hand over. She's more important than justice. Hand over the orc and be done with it.
You guys can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Good,
Just
good,
now.
good.
We can now.
Yeah, you did hear the thing with Gruak offering being the judge, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Ah.
good. Wasn't just sure if it was my mic being weird again.
No, it's just that before the commander could respond to that, Reggie was like, "Get over! The fuck justice! Justice sucks ass! Nobody
Fuck
likes
off
justice.
with that shit right now.
Give
There's
him
a
back
time and a
in
place.
pieces.
Fucking justice! You know what? I'll go and hand him over myself, just so we can get the hell out of here."
I mean,
Okay. All right. All right.
No, all good. I was just wanted to make sure my mic is still working.
Yes, you're good. So she just kind of look over at you. She is familiar with your species, as she comes from a place where your species were everywhere. Reggie, stop getting an ego.
I can do that. That's ridiculous.
Nope. Yes. Because most of the time, children aren't playing this game. Grown men and women are, okay?
I'm 40 years old. I get to be as childish as I want and still claim to be an adult.
I'm an adult. Whee! Okay, so she spins around and takes a look at you, and that is the first thing that's made sense all day. And it's not as simple as that, Sir
Pinwood.
Penwood. If I let this orc go now, what kind of message does that send to these orcs? That they can slaughter us anytime they desire? Well, to be fair, they could probably do that anyway, my lady. That's
Their
besides the
numbers
point.
say that.
Indeed.
Besides the point. It's my job to keep the peace here and act as an emissary. But I do have to have some standards. Trust me, I don't like the situation any more than you do.
Well, you're hardly
And who
keeping
is
the
this,
peace if they attack.
Who is this chosen you're speaking of? Just about that time, Farland. Off to the left, you hear somebody say, "Who is this chosen?" The entourage shows up.
May I introduce the Lady Farling Clearwater, chosen of Azarus, Light of Hope.
She throws Gruak off.
God, she must be strong. What the fuck?
Fuck off, tree!
I assume you walk up and bow or curtsy
Yeah,
or do
yeah.
something.
Yeah, she
Grabs her
give a
crotch.
curtsy.
Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha! You don't get to see this roll. Hidden. Take that, Reggie. I mean, Farland. Somebody.
I feel
Anybody.
like I'm being singled out.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
subtle. It's subtle.
Yeah. It's very subtle. It's very subtle. Oh. Okay. Well, that's enough of a religion check. She does recognize she has very little experience with the chosen. Reggie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you being singled out? Reggie, don't grab your parts. Stop
I'm
grabbing
not
your
doing anything. I'm right here.
parts. Far when she intros.
It's because I'm making side jokes that she should be like strutting out there. I'm just saying.
All right, so you walk up. As she glances upon you and she sees your holy vestments, she does remember through her good, semi-decent religion check roll that you are somebody to be respected. So she does give you a little forearm salute and a little bow. So you're not sent here as reinforcements, that's for sure. What
I
mission
said
do you have?
unintended.
Yes, well, what is your mission here?
Nod my head towards Lady Farland. Escort.
Escort to where? There's nothing here for hundreds of miles except for the town.
Church business.
Well, we seem to be lacking a few churches out here. But I assume you need to get to the town for some reason.
We are avid proselytizers. He's very obviously joking and not trying to hide that or answer the fucking question any further. There's no subtlety here, just in case you're wondering.
All right. So as y'all throw it out that the situation is very bad and she should give up the goods, I'm gonna need from Mary. Actually, Reggie, you've been doing most of the talking. Mary's just been kind of going,
No, but she's so pretty. Look at her. Look at Mary.
I know she is, but she's been doing what he said, which is not too terribly inspiring. So, Reggie, with advantage, give me a persuasion check. As you say, you better let him go. And then Mary's like, yeah, let him go before we all die. Or something else like that.
I'll do a blind one.
Yeah.
Oop,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
should have, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, Reggie. As you talk about, justice doesn't matter here right now because we're on a mission from God.
Yeah, I'm Blues Brothering her. Yes.
You're Blues Brother there. We're on a mission from God. Suddenly you're all wearing sunglasses. Her brow kind of furrows a little bit. Yes, of course, justice doesn't matter. I'm sure that'll go over well when I write letters to the families of those that were killed for no reason. She seems to have shot down your persuasion check. Mary, you're next in line. If you want to try to persuade her, give me a little bit more conversation other than, bitch, surrender.
All right, look, you're talking about justice and having those families be,
Vindicated.
You're only going to get to send the letters if you survive this. If everyone dies because you held one person for trial, the entire thing goes up in smoke. There's no reason to not just let him go. Like, even if they attack and you drive them off, they're just going to come back. Look at their numbers. You are clearly outnumbered.
Persuasion in the tower, please, at advantage. You rolled really bad, by the way, Reggie.
Of course I did. Of
Even with
course I
advantage.
did.
Single
Dude, we're
digits
all
the entire
terrible
time.
at persuasion. Like,
It's like fated to be. It doesn't even matter if we have skill in it.
Oh,
Look like Orc Sun goes free anyway. Just question if all die or not.
you wait your turn, Gruak.
Shut up,
Oh,
IKEA.
Yeah, you wait your turn. She looks like she really doesn't want to be in charge of this place right now. She's in a rock and a hard place. An orc and a hard place.
What nation are we in?
Rollerstar.
How does that relate to where Reggie was stationed? Wasn't he Yaren or something?
You're the barony of Yaren, yeah.
Yeah.
Way up in-
Okay, way up there. So it's not like some sort of alliance member where I could be like, oh, I used to be this, so maybe I could take responsibility for this since we're joined. But no, they're not related.
She's gonna be
Damn.
like fuck all. She's gonna be fuck
Yeah.
all on that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, immediately after that, I throw her off the tower if she doesn't agree. So I mean, that's a good option.
Then you're all under attack from orcs and guards all at the same time. Reggie can take them all.
We can take the guards. There's only like 20 of them.
We could take all of them. All right, so Mary, you try to use sound logic, and it looks like you almost get through to her. She just sighs and she's like, "If we do not bring this orc to justice, or at least have the war chief be part of the tribunal, everything that we worked for is going to be completely demolished. Whether we get overrun or not, it doesn't matter. There's got to be another way."
Reggie looks to the 4 people who have brains in the group over there.
am I allowed to talk now?
No.
Maybe Gruak,
Okay.
since you were here first, Gruak, you can interject now. What words do you give to the Elvish commander?
Yeah, what I already said is Orc Sun will go free anyway. Just question if everyone in here die.
Well, yes, I'm aware of that.
You can show trust to them, give them prisoner, and make them do justice.
The orc war chief
Yes.
slides his mantle back onto his head. I give you 60 seconds to decide, Commander. Let my son go free, or I'm coming in to get him. And then Gruak, you're like doing all your thing. Farlin, Gruak, you can give me a persuasion check, but not advantaged, because the other 2 chuckleheads have already screwed up the roll. Throw that in the tower.
Let's go.
Listen, mine.
Gruak's gonna roll that nat 20. He gonna roll that nat 20.
Now, I haven't particularly said anything yet, but I'll wait until Gruak's point is finished if he's done.
He is done. Lady Farland, do you want to add anything to what Gruak is saying to maybe sweeten the deal?
Just not a lot to what I said.
Hey, give him the fox.
I believe that perhaps in their case, to not put trust in their justice may be even more insulting. It could, depending on how they handle things, it would seem as though you don't trust in them and aren't trying to forge a real bond and bring your 2 people together.
And tell me, Priestess of Azarus, how many orcs have you dealt with in your lifetime?
Not many. I guess persuasion.
Yes. You didn't throw it in the tower. It doesn't count. It counts. I'll let it count.
Oh,
this time.
please.
However,
Oh.
I did throw it in the tower. What do you mean?
yeah.
It's in the chat box. Is that not the
No,
tower?
The dice tower. Should be. I always move my dice tower next to the chat.
Oh,
window, so
it's
I don't
over
forget that
here.
by default, it's in the lower right-hand corner. But that's fine. That's fine. Greg, though, his roll went in first, so you're basically just helping him at this point with your logic. Because Gruak rolled himself a natural 16. So you do aid Gruak quite nicely. So she doesn't respond to either of you, but she does turn back to address the orc chief down below. Chief Cranendok, your son has committed murder. Yes, so you've told me. It sounds like your men need to be better trained. Or perhaps not be suddenly attacked during a friendly card game in which your son was involved. Yes, I will address the issue with my son about his gambling problem. Now release him. What word do I have from you that you will actually put your son on trial? You have the word of a chief? My son will face orc justice. He shall have trial by combat. If he wins, he will not be guilty. If he loses, he will be dead, and all will be forgiven. As to your men, would you be satisfied if I paid reparations for their loss? It would go some way to assuage the anguish of those who are the family of the slain. Yes, then it is done. Now, get my son. I will give you 5 minutes extra. If he's not out by then, well, as you know, I always keep my promise.
Well done, Commander. Well done.
Are you being patronizing to her?
No, he's glad that he's not going to have to kick her off the wall into those spikes to save Farland. Don't listen to the fucking elf! We'll get the orc! Give us a second.
Joke's on you! I'm an actual character sheet and I'm level 7. I still have hit points because of the abstract nature of D&D.
No, reality gets me again.
All right, so she orders, release the prisoner. Are you sure? Yes, release the prisoner. Of course. This guy runs down. Blah, bleh,
Oh, well, he's a dead man.
He knocks everybody out of the way. And he takes off running this way. Vanishes behind the buildings. For what it's worth, Commander, you have made a wise decision. I didn't feel like spilling your blood today, nor having to bury any of mine. Part of your mission here is diplomacy, is it not? Yes, of course. Then consider yourself successful, and accept my apologies for the loss of your men. I shall have the reparations delivered to you by this evening. That is honorable of you, Chief.
I served for many years as the High Commander of Hardwind Pass. I know it hurts, but sometimes you must do what you must do.
Ah!
Yeah, and then I throw him off. And by must do, I mean get the fuck out of my way. No. I know it hurts, but sometimes you must do what you must do. You must do the hard things.
Yes. If you've been in any kind of command position, you do understand. He's a good chief. And to be fair, his son has been quite helpful as we've established ourselves in this part of the world. She leans on the post, just kind of looking out past the orcs at the city beyond, through the forest. Eventually, the guard returns. 2 guards return, because there was another one down there guarding the makeshift prison cell that was being held. Da. So this dude returns. This is 2 dudes and an orc dude. The gates are ordered open. Da. This dude walks out here and he unlocks the manacles of a dude. The dude.
The dude?
The dude.
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 My brother's a dudist. That's a religious figure. Be careful with that blasphemy.
Dude.
I mean, he's a dudist priest, though, so he's not going to do shit or really be offended. He's going to be super chill about it.
So this orc that's walked by in manacles definitely looks like he's probably in his teenage years. His tusks have come in. He's not nearly as big as Papa, but he's got a little bit of meat on him. Got a single ponytail draping down his back. Some of that stubble.
Orc.
Yeah, some of that stubble has started to come in as he's walking with his manacled hands out and they're unlocked. He kind of gives the guard a little kind of growl at him. The guard doesn't seem fazed one bit. He removes the manacles and the orc rubs his wrists and he steps forward. This guard is now an orc. And he steps forward. Thank you, Father. Their hospitality was lacking. You are a fool, my son, and you will pay dearly if our God sees into your heart and finds you wanting. Withdraw! The orc, good old clean legs. He shaved this morning. Shaved his legs.
Yeah.
So he's got really pretty orc legs.
He likes the feel.
He does. He likes the smooth feel of his veiny legs. He blasts into his trumpet 3 little quick toots, and then a 4th one that's long. All the orcs seem to be a little disappointed.
Reggie is a little bit too.
But reluctantly, they start to form up. So they're all like, they all do their little line formations and they start to march. Oh my God, this guy, he's drunk. So basically, they all get into formation and they start to march.
Who in the 9 hells taught them this?
Grey Rock orcs have always been like this as far as memory can serve. They're a formidable opponent. It's a good thing that they were not in the majority during the first calamity.
It's eerie. It's like Morthulians. You would almost believe they're people.
That's mighty racist of you, human.
Yes, well, Morthulians are humans, so I get to hate them. Might be a bit racist against orcs. My bad.
So the orc war chief, he stops for a moment. He kind of glances back over his shoulder and gives the commander a salute. She gives him the same salute back. As diplomacy has won today, thanks to the timely intervention of your mighty party of really unpersuasive people.
Dude.
At least 2 of y'all were good, though.
You admit we made good points. But sometimes
she
it
was
just
just a
matter.
stubborn elf, bro.
All right, but more than that, like what is our highest charisma score among the entire party?
I'm +7.
In charisma?
What?
That's your save. That's got to be your save.
Listen, don't question a goddess. You never question a servant of the goddess.
A +7 would be like, what, a 26?
No. It was +7 in persuasion.
Okay.
specifically.
Yeah, like what's your charisma score?
Uh,
It's probably a +6 or a +3 or a +4, I assume.
+5.
Nice.
Wait, no,
Yeah,
that's
20?
wisdom. No, +4. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm reading the wrong thing.
Yeah, so like you should really be doing all the talking when we're trying to persuade people.
Well, I wasn't there right away.
She wasn't there right away.
It's true.
Exactly.
Me and
Uh,
Reggie are just always covered in dried blood and just like are not the people we want acting as the face of the party.
I know
Yeah.
as a player, it can be really difficult to wrestle with walking into a conversation and taking over, but that's what Reggie, the character, is looking for. So, if that helps.
Yes.
I should have
Shut the old man up.
I should have gotten advantage in my fancy toga. I should be very persuasive.
Oh my god, I forgot the toga. I
We
should've
need to
given
put a
you
little
-2.
toga on you.
Put a little toga icon on him. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll add a little Greek toga. Should we put the little leaves on his head too? The little crown of leaves. So he
I
can
don't
be
think he
Caesar.
has that yet.
He can be the Caesar. Fancy Fravic toad. All right. So the at least 80 to 120 orcs, they form up a column, and the orc war chief does not ride at the front of the column. He rides off to the side of it for now, keeping himself basically facing the fort. Because if any shit's gonna go shenanigans, right, he's gonna be the first to deal with it. Eventually, they ride off as they curve off to the northeast. So town's northwest, they're curving off towards northeast. And if anybody watches them as they
Mhm.
start heading down the backside of the hill, they head northwards into the thicker forest until you lose track of them. But you're not going to sit around and watch them do that for that long, because for now, a cutscene begins as y'all are up on the wall
No.
together now. Yes, you're up
Skip.
on the wall. So, not reinforcements, and you're here on secretive business from the capital, I assume. Since that is your charge. Points over to Farland, who's not laying on the ground looking up at the sky.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, may I at least know what your destination is? Perhaps I can be of assistance.
What is the name of that city again?
Let me check.
Da 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 da. Don't ask me why the Mario theme is coming out of my mouth, but it is.
No, it's all good, man. Keep going. Groove with it.
No, don't get the VOD muted. Don't get the VOD muted.
Oh.
Too late.
It's okay. It's done by a human being. They can't copyright strike that, right?
Oh, give them a
surely
chance and they'll
not.
try.
The-
Give them a chance and they'll try.
Yeah, depends on how good the AI is.
You're basically, I mean, you can divulge your exact place or you can just be vague and say, we need to get across to Jafong and we hear that your port has passage to that location.
We need to go to the port from your city to Jafang.
This makes her raise an eyebrow like Spock. And she looks between all of y'all. There's a teenage redhead, a small childlike creature with fox ears, an 8-foot tall walking tree, a golden-haired, blue-eyed, barely out of her teens priestess, an old man, and a woman with a green mop on her head, carrying a bow. Looking like one of them, they're rangers. They're dangerous folk. You gotta be careful with them ranger types. She's like, what an odd entourage to be traveling to Jafong. Especially you. She points to Ayuki. Yeah. I've heard it before. They're not too fond of your kind. Yeah, don't worry about it, lady. We got it all worked out. At least I hope we have it all worked out. We got it worked out, Gruak?
I think so.
That's a Yuki saying too. She kind of leans over. She goes, "Do we have it all worked out?"
Ah, yes.
All right. Your confidence gives me confidence, Gruak.
Tarshanna with us, no problem.
Da, 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 da. She's tired of being a third wheel. I'm rolling it. I'm rolling it. Can she hold her tongue? Can she hold her tongue? No, she cannot. Cassie boldly kind of steps out. She looks up at the commander. She kind of puts her hand on her chest in the orator, way, like me, this is me. Says, "We are on urgent business for the kingdom and for the world. We need to get to Jafong as soon as possible. I need to get to Jafong. And who are you?" Yuki's like, Ixnay,
Yeah.
Ixnay.
I'm seriously considering telling her to shut her mouth, but at the same time, she's an adult.
Yeah, I mean, she's been through enough now. She's earned the right to
She's a
speak up
party
for
member.
herself.
Yeah.
Yep. But Yuki is like, Ixnay on the name there. She's like, "I'm a important envoy of Ilori on official business for the king." Lying through her teeth. Let us see if the elf can see through the lie. Cassie's very convincing with her fiery red hair and her
Fuck
confident
off with your
stance.
rolls.
Yeah, got a whopping 4 here. Can I reveal these rolls after the fact? I don't remember. Okay. We like to hide them from you so we can fudge it for story purposes if we
Exactly.
need to. But she did roll shit. She rolled a 4. She's like, "My apologies. Judging by your attire, you must be part of the Mage Academy. But I will press you no further on your business. It is yours, as long as it doesn't endanger this fort or the town that I'm in charge to protect. I will have people escort you into the town proper. You may seek passage as you will from there."
Azarus bless you. By the way, he says that with the player knowing full well that's kind of a dig at elves in your world.
Yeah, she ain't having too much of that. She does not respond to the Azarus bless you. She just kind of gives you a deadpan look like, "Man, fuck that bitch." Ain't nobody got time for that stupid ass human god. Ain't nobody.
Yeah, that's kind of why in my playful alternative theories of how we could handle this, she dies. Because, I mean, she's a blasphemous elf. Reggie would definitely murk her if he got an opportunity.
Jesus
And
Christ, Reggie.
then Reggie ends up in the orc's prison cell right next to the orc.
Sounds great.
"What are you in for?" "I threw the commander off the fucking wall into some spikes. She had it coming."
Want to be blood brothers?
"Let's take over. We can kill your dad, and you can be the new chief, and I'll be your new right-hand man."
I'll hold him down. You use my rock.
And that's the story of how Reggie became sub-chief of the Orcish Empire.
Yep, that is now some sort of multiverse spinoff.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Yes,
that.
it is. Damn, Reggie be looking good in that loincloth with the war paint on his bare,
Yep.
hairy chest. Oh, yeah.
It's like one of those old series I read a long time back where a human gets adopted by orcs and he has to get full body tattoos and everything. Reggie comes rolling up with his walrus mustache and full body orc tattoos.
Perfect.
It's beautiful. I don't need no armor. I'm an orc. I'm an honorary orc. I'm good to
I
go.
do say I'm an honorary orc. Now I
All
want some
right.
tea.
So she's like, "Captain, sir, ma'am, oh God, Oh my God! Why? Why is a Yuki attached to my
The
commander?
fuck?
Let go of Yuki! Let go! Seriously, why is she connected?
I think
I
they need
also
a
like
room.
that they keep swapping which one's on top.
There we go.
I mean,
Oh
like you
God,
do,
no!
though, right?
Did you see that? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I think they should do that in private.
I know, right? If Ayuki was like that, she could have just said. Reggie wouldn't have like flirted, you know? That's damn, man.
And being a good wingman.
Yeah. Could have helped her out.
Okay, this is part of that one plugin, and I don't remember how to unstack tokens. Unstack! For the love of God, please unstack!
Oh no, I need to censor that for the stream.
Ah, ah,
That's too explicit.
I'm sorry, it became R-rated for a moment. Listen, who knew? Yuki has a thing for elves. All right, so she's like, Captain, handle the rest of this. I have to fill out a report. Of course, Commander. And to you, Priestess, good luck. You're going to need it. Jafong is not friendly to your kind. Fuck this shit, I'm out. And she gets her bottle of elvish dreamberry wine from her hidden thing and gets drunk because it's been a long, rough day. All right, y'all have successfully avoided this giant fight, which you may have actually won because you guys are pretty nasty.
And most important, we saved the cow.
The cow is saved.
Call us fucking murder hobos.
That shit,
Take that piece.
I was sitting there and I was like, Reggie's like, okay, I'm gonna leap over the wall. I'm like, oh my God, he's not even waiting.
Yeah.
He's not even taking in the full scenario. He's just gonna
Exactly, yeah. Just the action economy over there with all of their wargs attacking me on top of it would have been horrific. But Reggie don't give a shit.
We are UN peacekeeping troops. Where we need to wear like blue caps or something.
I like
commander,
it. The Azarus
commander
Core.
would have yelled.
Yeah.
Commander would have so been yelling. I don't. He's not with me. Who the hell is that guy? Oh, that's just my friend Reggie.
Oh, then we had another way. We are just observers. We have nothing to do with this. Look at the blue cap.
In fact, we've come to help the orcs. Stab, 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 stab.
Huh.
And just like that, the orcs became friends, and you have +10 faction with them. Well done. All right. Well, there's a collective sigh of relief, and as the orcs vanish to the north down the hill into the forest, there's a collective releasing of all the tension inside the place. Guards sigh and lean against the walls, and oh, what do you mean, damn it?
That would have been a good way to die.
Yuki just kind of puts her hands on her hips, staring up at Reggie. Since when did you become suicidal?
Not. But come on, did you see all of them? It would have been glorious.
I mean, yes, maybe. I don't know. We might have taken them.
Ayuki, not all of us are immortal spirits that can move from body to body. Eventually, I'm going to die a horrible death in bed.
No.
I would have much rather have died beating that orc skull in. It would have been glorious.
Well, maybe you should have thought of that when you were a kid. You should have sought one of us out, and then you could have lived much, much longer.
I don't know.
You
Would I
snooze,
still
you
have the
lose.
fox ears with this mustache? It would clash.
I have no idea what spirit you would have joined with.
Wait, I would be a child permanently, wouldn't I?
No,
Doesn't
Oh,
that depend on the body you take?
I'll get old just like you. It's just going to take about 400 years.
We know
Oh.
what spirits Reggie likes. Ha ha.
ha!
Yeah. Bet you wish you had one right now, don't you? And you, Cassie, way to go. That flame hair of yours is finally starting to come to life. Well, I'm tired of always standing around having other people talk for me. Yeah, just, next time maybe, no, don't give away what we're doing. I'm sorry.
Caution is the better part of valor.
Well, to be fair, I am an envoy. Wink, wink. Wait a minute. Are you lying? I saw that wink.
Somebody wants to die. Is that a volunteer right there? Another one for the pile.
I feel like
Just
we
gonna
should
be
leave.
doing that, and they're gonna not actually have room to be impaled on the spikes anymore.
Turning him into a giant shish kebab, huh?
Yeah, I feel like we should leave before anyone dies.
Reggie just keeps throwing him onto the spikes, making a shish kebab, and then he screams, "Meat's back on the menu, boys!" All the orcs come running.
The next war party can just walk up the slope of bodies. No, it's very secure. Nice, nice, nice.
I mean, genuinely, the impression I get from this fort is they don't need a hill of bodies to climb it.
Yeah, exactly.
They could probably just run their wargs straight through the walls.
Yeah, well, they're not that thin, but the altitude is only a 20 foot with a railing. So yeah, they could easily ladder up.
It is strange.
And they had ladders. Like some of the orcs, you could see the ladders. They had them siege ladders ready to go. Alas, no siege today. Siege is off, everybody. Maybe next week.
I mean, if that commander had any actual thoughts of defending this place with the number of guards versus the number of well-equipped orcs, she is not a very good commander.
Well,
it depends on your priorities.
To be fair, since y'all didn't really bother talking to her too much, she did ask for help several days ago from the capital. So she thought y'all might have been reinforcements. But you not. You disappointed her. So now she's a little annoyed because now she feels like she was abandoned.
Well, she wasn't she?
Don't we all?
Yes, kinda. She's kind of abandoned. Nobody showed up to help her. So she's like, fuck, what am I doing out of this post? How did I get out here? Probably because you're a mean-spirited commander and you pissed off the wrong general, saying, yeah, you got put out here on a wonderful post.
Yep.
Side stories. Side stories. All right. Well, that catastrophe is diverted, but so is the thousands and thousands of experience points this battle was worth. But that's okay. You did the diplomacy route, so there's a little bit of XP that's still...
and for saving the cow.
The cow is worth at least 82,000 XP. At least.
Yes.
Oh, good.
At least.
You don't want us to be murder hobos, but you literally incentivize murder hoboing.
Yep. Hey, sometimes you got to choose between moral rights and XP.
Moral rights and lefty rights.
If I knew you wanted us to go the murder hobo route for more XP, I would have. Straight up, did not care.
Nope. Nope, I don't care either. The scenario could go either way. I got write-ups for both.
Yeah, I assumed that, the encounter's worth the same amount of XP either way.
Yeah, it's worth more if you murder everything. But, that's to encourage murder hobo type playing. It's a test to see if you can resist the urge.
How far away is the farthest orc or the nearest orc?
They're still in range, right?
Go get him! Ah, Mary's like, yeah.
Shoot me over there.
What's the range on a longbow? I'm pretty sure it's really far.
I think it's like 300.
About
600.
About 350. About 350.
Are they within 600 feet?
No, they're already out down the hill.
Damn.
And into the forest. Ba-bum!
Yep, the whole way I was still considering saying, go ahead and shoot him. Bet you can't hit him.
Oh, I bet I can.
Are you sure about that? I've seen the way your dice roll.
Oh, no joke.
If I want to hit, I will hit.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're going to remember that.
The power of positive thinking. I got you. All right, let me see here. Before we move on, combat tracker, close. NPC, close. Encounters. Enchantment. That's what you two need. You need one of them dogs from Dragon Age that licks the blood off your armor between battles, so you can be clean in the next scene. I love that game mechanic. I don't know why. I thought it was absolutely amusing. I could be sick. I might be sick. All right. Da 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 da. Party sheet. Da 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 da. Party sheet. Boop 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 boop. All right. XP tab. I can remember how to D&Ds. I understand. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Why is this battle in here? Why is this battle in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times. This battle's in here. Uh, uh, uh. No. Okay. No. Ta-da! Take your
Woohoo!
XP.
Yay!
And then, seriously, why is all that shit in there? Edit the list. Okay, I can edit that list. Edit this. Oh, thank God. There it is. All right, delete that shit. I don't want to accidentally confirm deletion, confirm deletion, confirm deletion.
Oh, we're not too far off from the next level up.
3,000-ish.
Yeah, getting there, getting there, getting there, getting there, getting there. I believe in you. Come on, game. You got this. Boom. Booyah. Click. Fantastic. All right. And then nobody died. So that's good. No one died.
Life goals. Literally.
No one died. Not taking care of business. Taking care of business. Award. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Beautiful. All right. Closing down the map. Let's see here. Did I? One moment. Un momento.
Feel free to toss another couple thousand our way.
Yeah, let me. Well, let me do that for you, bro. Let me just do that for you.
How much do we need to level at this point?
Boop.
2,999.
Yikes. Why do we have 1 XP? Like, where did that one single XP come from that is ruining the really nice round number?
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I like the contrariness.
Ruin all of it. All right, bringing up the new map. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's completely freezing my fantasy grounds right now.
It passes.
It'll pass once it opens.
There we
It's
go.
a large map. It's a large map because you can zoom in and get a whole lot of details when you zoom in. All right. So, map has changed from the original map to this new map. So, whatever capital you may have put in your notes, as if this party takes notes with the notepad that's in here built in.
I do, but then I lose them. Oh, the notepad thing in this? No.
Yes,
No.
yes, the notepad built into this. You know, that's
I
supposed to
went
help
looking
you all
for that
keep your.
earlier.
Yes, it's in the records under notes where you can make
Oh,
personal notes.
records. I was looking at party sheet.
Nope, record notes.
There we
You can
go.
make personal notes and you can make party notes.
We need to do that. Let's add an item.
There you go. In fact, if you want to dump all the notes that you already have in there so it's saved forever and ever and ever, notes.
Until an update breaks it.
Nah, notes will never break. This is just core function. There's no need to update this. It just works. It just does its thing. There you go. Place to put notes. You can actually drag maps onto your notepad, and you can drag NPC portraits onto your notepad. You can do all that stuff. So you can save all those records for later if you want to call them up later. All right, so you guys are heading into southern Jafong, because it's actually 3 kingdoms in one. And the one you're dealing with is the southern one. You'll be heading to the capital of Ranyako on the southern side of Jafong. The place y'all are wanting to go is Asakita, which is on that little crab-shaped island off the east coast. Farland might have recalled when she had her vision of the 2 Cassies. The second one, she saw that crab island in her vision as she was flying by. That's what, because you described that to a Yuki. And a Yuki's like, she's like, it's shaped like what? Yeah, it was shaped like a crab. And she's like, uh-oh. What do you mean, what do you mean, oh? Ah, it's my home. And you were like, dun, dun, dun. So, and that's
This
where all
whole
this came
thing
from.
is just Farland is the new what are they called? Whatever Ayuki is. She's just been smuggling her back. All of this priestess shit is fake. She's just a trafficker.
So, the journey that was going to take months to get here if you went the other way is now only going to take about a week. Provided you can find a ship that'll take you across the sea. More on that in a moment. I need to get something to drink. So 5-minute bio breaks, drink breaks, go get coffee, go use the restroom if you need to.
So it will be
Let's
like
go.
the first time in this campaign we take the quick route.
I know, right? It
This
was
is the first
accidental.
time in like 3 years we're actually moving forward on the main storyline.
And the quickest y'all have ever moved, sir, was using the Gnomish Teleportation Guild.
I don't know, that led us to a whole mess of side quests.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you went on some of those, or else you'd be really far away from the next level.
Suppose that's
Uh,
true enough.
Just a heads up, guys. It appears that our notes are personal, even though you can set them for other people to see, only you can edit them. That may be something that can be changed, but I'm not seeing a way to do it. They're read only to me if it's not made by me.
Okay. Good to keep in mind.
Yeah, I can't see anything you wrote in the note, if you did.
I didn't. Let me test that.
Yeah, I even can see your live right in this. That's cool.
Oh, did you check the little box in the upper right-hand corner that says public?
Yes, sir.
On my screen, it doesn't show it's checked. Let me check that. Oh, that's because checking is a white dot. I knew that. I knew
It's all
all
good.
about that. That is the owner. Okay. Well, keep your notes public then for all of y'all that are taking notes.
So, Reggie, are you able to like unclick the read-only lock?
No. Not
Okay.
for his. I think I could for mine. Let me test that. Yeah, I can lock and unlock mine.
Mine says unlocked.
It says locked to me.
No, it says locked. Check if
Hi.
it's now unlocked for you.
Which one is yours?
Did you see my message, Reggie?
Oh, no, sir. I'm jumping through a bunch of windows.
Mine is the important.
Where is it?
Yeah, I still see it as locked.
Ah, hey. I
Yeah.
do see your note.
Now, when you lock it, you just can't type in it anymore. I think that's unlocking it for others.
Yeah, because like when I hover over the lock, that's where it tells me that it's read-only. Like I don't know if you are able to unlock it if that means that others can type in it, but it doesn't look that way.
No. It just locks it for the author of the note. So if I lock it, I can't type in it anymore. But
Gotcha.
there seems to be no function to have like notes where everyone can write in.
Oh well.
Which is funny because I can write notes in it all day.
You're the GM. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, but that means
Burn
that the
this
code is
motherfucker
there.
down.
That means the coding's there though, for people to write that didn't make the notepad. So I may have to get like a little plugin or something. I'll check on
Yeah.
it.
I mean, alternatively, it's literally just an option in setup somewhere that you can just click a button and let it.
It might be. It might be. I don't remember it being in there, but
Cool,
I
cool.
can always double check. So anyway, I gotta get something to drink and take a pee. Be right back.
Yes, sir. I fucking called it, guys.
Hmm?
I was talking in Gruak's chat, and we were talking about XP, and he said, "Oh, we'll get extra XP for avoiding a fight." I was like, "Nah, he'll penalize us for it." Bet. Hell yeah, he did.
That was an unwinnable fight, though.
We don't
I
know
think.
that.
Yeah, we have no way of knowing if they were giant sponges or not.
I also
but
don't think I would want to start a fight with them.
right.
Now, to be fair, our group is distinctly not built for giant brawls like that. We have
Yeah.
a lot of single target control and damage, and not a lot of AoE.
We're smaller scale.
Yeah, and from a RP point of view, it makes no sense to get involved in this. We have
Yeah,
more important matters.
I would have tried my best to not have a fight escalate because it just didn't seem like something I would want to be escalated. Because, like Caddy said,
Not when there's such an easy way out.
Well, not even that, but the orcs are able to see reasons, so it's like I don't think Farland would actively wish to just fight for the sake of fighting.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, Gruak's game, and he's peaceful. He doesn't want to fight at all. So we are really on a fast trip to Japan.
If we can get the ship.
Yeah. But it shouldn't be a problem, we're so rich.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, we are rich, but yeah, it's going to be a problem. There will be something.
Let me check options. Options.
Yeah, and I can talk to animals, so I could talk to a whale to bring us over.
Yeah. We could save
I mean, that
some
was
gold,
kind of the
guys.
next question: is how we're like, what map do we have access to that we are currently on right now? Like, do we know, where the shore is in relation to us, or where a port city is?
He drew an arrow from the bottom right there, so I guess that's where we are?
Like, I know we got to go west,
Yeah.
but that's about as much direction as we have.
Hey, there should be a map of Jafonga, bud.
Yeah, that's the map I see, but we're not on that map.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. It sounded almost like you'd closed it by accident or something.
No, I've got it up.
Cool, cool, cool.
But like, oh, shoot. Stop doing things. Okay. Like, we're way over here somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I
There
think
is a
so.
world
We really
map, but
need-
I don't think we can open it on our own.
Let me see. Now that we know about the notes thing, we can. I wonder how that works. Let's see.
Bop, 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 boop. Here, since you're trying to figure everything out.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so we're like,
Da 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 ba 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 da ba ba ba.
we were like here, right? Yeah. Okay.
Beep, beep. Basically, you need to do that.
How do we drag a map into our notes?
I may be full of shit and you may not be able to.
Ah, okay.
Just try it until it breaks.
Oh, you don't drag the map itself, you drag the pen of the map from the images tab that I have shared with you. Since I have shared the image with you, if you open up records, go down to images, you should see the. Be nice if I could spell my own map correctly.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Just go to the uncategorized group.
Let's try this again. Let's rename that correctly. There we go. Yay! And then you can grab the chain and drag it into your notepad. I think that's how
Awesome.
that works.
Yeah.
Shuffle.
Yeah. So do we have like a region map for where we are right now?
Nope, because it's not important. You got one little city you're in, and then you got to get a boat and go across the way.
Okay, so like the city nearby is a port.
Correct.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It is. That's why they sent you here, because it's the only port they have. They're being shady, you see. Because Corinthia used to be its own kingdom, but it's pretty much decimated. And those that survived the initial gate opening, well, they got slaughtered by orcs and then dragons and then demons. So the land was pretty much unclaimed after that. So an expedition was sent to see if the land had recovered. And since it has, Rollenstara did a dick move. They're like, huh, well, there's nobody here to stop us, and it's a dead kingdom. We'll claim part of it. And so they did. And this is their first outpost here.
Fucking
Unfortunately,
Europeans.
orcs are still alive, but they've grown a little more civilized over the last 9 centuries. At least the Grey Rocks have. All right, is everyone back?
Reggie's here.
I'm here.
Unless there's anything else you want to say or do here in this particular fort, you are allowed to leave and make your way into the town, which is just basically Fort Banderin. The town's named after the fort, just like Fort Worth and Fort Smith and all the other forts that are here in the United States. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. All right, so half a mile trek through lightly wooded area, partially chopped down. Basically, there's like a nice little path that's been cut through the light forest all the way to the town. So if you just move along the stumps.
Are there some
On
berry
your-
bushes?
No, there's a bunch of chopped down trees.
Oh, so sad.
If you want to go foraging in the actual woods that have not yet been chopped down, you may do so. This will require a survival check if you are searching for herbs, berries, animals of a certain kind.
Just berries and yeah, why not herbs?
Gurak informs you all that he would like to search the nearby woods for possible berries and herbs, things that might be useful.
You're a big tree lad. You go about your business.
We're hungry.
Gurak with a 15. Luck is with you, or Tarshanna is with you. You do not have to go far off the chopped down trail in order to find some edible berry bushes.
Nom
Currently
nom nom
growing in a
nom.
nice little cluster. While they might be
Also-
poisonous to humans.
When the party I am with forages, we find twice as much food as normal.
Num 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 num.
Yay, Ranger.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ranger. I don't like that rule unless you're leading the foraging. Do you help him find foraged yet?
That didn't put anything useful in there. Yeah, if he
Level
told us
0.
he was looking for stuff. How do you
Then you
drop
will
the
assist-
text into the?
Just the add item on top here. Oh, you mean in the chat now?
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
think. What is that? An ability of yours?
Yeah, it's Natural Explorer.
Natural Explorer. I believe you're supposed to be able to drag and drop, and then people can click on it, and it brings up the link.
Ah.
Natural Explorer.
Worked for me.
Mountainous terrain. Well, you're not in mountainous terrain though. You're in forested terrain.
That's true.
Oh my god, you're worthless.
Yeah, you're not in the mountains anymore. You had your chance when you're back in Stonehern. It's time to let Gruak handle it on his own.
Just to be clear, when I'm looking at my features on my actions page, the mountainous terrain part is not mentioned at all. It just says Natural Explorer.
Figures.
I'm looking at your features page, and it says Natural Explorer, parentheses,
Actions
mountain.
page. Actions page. Under features. Just says Natural Explorer.
Natural Explorer.
Not that it matters, because you're right. It would be for favored terrain, so it doesn't matter here.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't automate everything for you and hold your hand. You can literally come down here and go mountain. Ta-da!
But it has
Yep.
incomplete information. That's the frustration
Yes,
there.
but it doesn't matter because it's not really an actionable scripted thing. So it would be
True.
on your abilities page where it belongs. It's just there as a reminder to you that this is an action that you could take. So berries, yes, you get berries. If anybody wants to help, you're more than welcome to. But he finds more than enough with 15. Whether they're
No.
poisonous to human beings or not, that's another question.
The way I view it, he didn't help us forage for wines. We did it for him. It was our natural place. So we did that, and he can do it here.
This is just me looking if they're poisonous. Which is not a good roll.
So you pick it up and you're like, you're not 100% sure.
I'll stick to the jerky in my pack then.
You could always try, but then you may have dysentery for the next week.
Yeah, Yuki, come here.
Yeah.
What?
We got some berries. Figured to share them around.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Berries, huh?
Berries. Gruak
Good
found some.
old... Yeah, I'm sure he did. Did he check to make sure they weren't poisonous?
He said they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes good.
Let me have a look.
He's literally eating them.
He's a tree.
So?
He's a tree. Da 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 da. She's got skills too.
Let's not dwell on Treelorn biology.
Surely if I tried to poison him, the poison would work just like anything else.
Hmm.
Can you disembowel a tree?
Oh yeah.
That's a good question, Reggie. Would you like to try?
So you hand her a handful of the berries.
Yep.
It's like, hey, Ayugi, berries, yum yums. She's like, uh-huh. She's like, uh-huh. Yeah, I wouldn't eat these.
Fair enough. I wasn't planning on it anyway.
Yep. I wouldn't eat these. In fact, these grow on the Jafong Islands, and I use them in poisons with a little preparation. Gruak's over there.
So I shouldn't just like mash them into a paste and put them on my arrows then. That would be ineffective.
It requires a little bit more chemistry than that. And while I would be willing to share that with you, I might have to kill you afterwards. Ancient secrets. I'm kidding. I can show you how to make some on our trip. So why don't you grab up a whole bunch of those,
Sure.
and we'll
I'll
figure
help.
it out on the way there. Berries to you, Gruak, because you know It's just a piece of nature. So you're just num num num. They're kind of a little bit got like a sweetness to them, but a bitter aftertaste on the back end of it.
But I
They are-
could know that if they are dangerous for the others or not.
I don't know. Yuki's already pointed it out, but you could have done a survival check yourself to see if they were good for human consumption.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm trying to sort my inventory. It's a little.
Let's delete everything from your inventory. All you need is the toga.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing more.
What was
Okay.
it? Nature check?
Yeah, I guess it would be nature instead of survival. Survival's more for foraging for it. Nature's more of like, what is the nature of this plant or animal? Same thing would have gone with you, Mary, if you want to re-roll for a nature check to see if it's edible.
No,
Yeah,
I'm bad at that.
Gruak, these berries are yummy delicious for you, but fleshy type people, yeah, not good. Can be deadly in large quantities.
All of them or just certain berries? Are there different types?
The one that you found, sir. Are we gonna turn the rest of this episode into a giant berry hunt for 15
Yes.
different berry varieties?
What berries did I find? What color do they have?
Are they ripe?
Oh, the Gruak, yeah, they're ripe for Gruak. He's like I said, they're nice and sweet with a bitterness on the end of them.
Oh no, I was just listing another inane fact that we could bug you with.
Are they done? Doesn't matter. Has no bearing on the story unless you're planning to like murder the emperor.
Well,
Well,
now that you
about
mention
that.
it.
Oh, no.
About that. Why y'all gotta be mean like that?
Because
So,
we get
you
more
do together.
XP, apparently.
For your first 10 minutes of searching, Gruak, you do find these black berries that got kind of a little bit of a purple splotching on them. And that's what you're like, oh, berries, nom 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 nom. And then Mary's like, huh, hey, Ayuki, berries for you. And you toss some to her. She's like, oh, yes, berries for me. Are you trying to murder me? Yeah, we can't eat these. These are not good. These grow natively over in my country, and they're used for making poisons. Gruak's over there just got berry juice dripping down his bark. Nom. Delicious poison.
Look,
If you
I'm
would
not
like
gonna
to hunt
pretend
for
to know
more,
how Gruak's body works. If he's fine eating the poison, I'm gonna let him eat the poison.
you got Reggie here. Give him an axe. You can cut him in half, and y'all can do some anatomy study.
Boo. Yeah, I mean, if I can, I would also look for berries that are edible for them. But if there are no others around, then bad luck.
Well, I mean, if you want to spend more time searching for berries that they can eat, is that what you're saying?
Sure.
Yeah, wow. And Mary, if you so desire to find berries that aren't terrible, you may also continue hunting alongside Gruak.
Sure, as long as I can do survival and not nature.
Yes, to locate it is a survival thing. And really, you're probably just assisting Gruak, or Gruak can assist you, whoever has the better roll. One of
Yeah.
y'all got to the advantage. That 19's pretty damn good, though.
Yeah, but I would say we are looking just for edible things like mushrooms, just everything we can find.
I'm also perfectly happy actually hunting. Like, I got a bow and arrow, I'm not afraid to use it.
I mean, you're literally like a quarter of a mile from a town. Do you just want to go hunting for the shits of it?
Yeah.
I don't think you need any food right now.
Like, genuinely, like, if Gruak wants to go hunt berries, I would go with him, and if I see any small animals, I'd take the shot.
All right. Reggie, your two nature-loving ranger and druids, they want to go game hunting and finding other forageable foods. What do you want to do?
Yeah, we'll continue on. They can catch up.
All right, Farling, you gonna go with Reggie, or you want to go hunting berries and
No,
boars?
I will go with Reggie.
Yeah.
Yuki shall go with you, especially after Mary just tried to assassinate her by throwing all those berries to her. Here, eat these. She'll
That
stick
was
with you.
not the intent.
She's teasing you. She's teasing you now. Oh,
We
hey,
just
this
like
whole time I thought you were a ranger, not an assassin, Mary. Who knew?
Look, I'm not from around here. I don't know the berries here.
Yep.
And most
All
of
right.
my survival skill is like experience. I didn't really study.
All right. Well, looks like we're all gonna head into town and do what we need to do in town. You know, find a boat, rob the place, get something to drink before Reggie dies of thirst.
The normal stuff.
The normal
I've
stuff.
not complained.
Where do you? Are we looking to leave like immediately today, or do you want us to get an inn? What? Where should we meet?
Come back before sundown. We'll leave word at the docks either way.
I mean, we may as well go as soon as there is a boat available.
All right. Well, we'll see you somewhere around the docks then. We'll try to stay close to the docks. It's not like it's a huge town. It's literally got like maybe 100 people living here. It's barely even a town. It's probably more of a village. It's just got better structures than you would find in a village. More carpentry based, less, thatched tents. They're definitely trying to establish some kind of, township here. It just hasn't gotten very big
What?
yet.
I'm not going to find a magic shop here?
Well, let's see. Oh, there just happens to be 6 of them. That was the first thing they installed here.
Yay! At reasonable prices.
Oh, yeah, marked up 1,072%. Reasonable for this area.
I didn't realize it was GameStop.
All right, the party does what you're never supposed to do. It splits
Split
into
up?
2 units. Yep, it splits into 2 units.
Let's
Gruak,
split up, gang.
Mary.
You don't split in a dungeon. We're fine.
Unless.
We're fine. 10 minutes later. Where did this dragon come from?
At that point, we deserve it.
For the love of God, run!
Oh no, this
All right.
berry tries to eat me.
You find Audrey Twos out in the woods from Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me! Hey, Gruak, why don't you feed me that little green-haired girl? Nom, 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 nom. I'll make it with you wild. Okay, party splits up. You two are going hunting. The rest of y'all into town. So the town party, what are y'all making a beeline for? Reggie, you're in charge, unless Farland wants to be in charge.
Lady?
What are we beelining for?
The docks, wouldn't you think?
What time of day is it?
Morning. It's like 10.
Yeah, then the docks.
We don't know of any weird customs or anything where you've got to check in at cities, right? Can I do some sort of, what you know about foreign nations check?
I mean, as you guys kind of walk down the gradually sloping terrain towards the town, it's a smattering of about 10 buildings.
Cool.
No fences, no guardhouses, no gates, nothing. They rely on the fort at the top of the hill for all
Alright.
that craziness. And if they need to abandon this for protection, obviously they can run to the fort if they need to. For
Then
those that
that's
can
your
actually,
leave.
for those that are in good enough shape to run 2,500 feet before they die. Now, as you guys kind of wander into the town, it's a good thing Greg didn't come with you. They're not used to seeing Trelawney out here. But it is still mysterious to see a beautiful blonde girl, an old man, a fox girl, and a fiery redhead walking into town
all
together.
in the same party or all
Yeah,
together.
Yeah.
Like,
This
what? What
This
in the
old
world?
man and 3 girls walk into town. Stop me if you've heard this joke before.
I've seen a couple of videos similar to this.
So the town is very much right now in a state of construction. New buildings are going up on the southern end. You can see most of the people are out there right now. Well, not most of the people, but there's a large group of laborers right now building scaffolding and stuff like that as they're putting the walls and the roofing and stuff on there. There's livestock that have been corralled into the area. One general store. There might be what looks like a tavern, but it's pretty damn small. It's probably more of a watering hole, more than a full-blown, barred tavern with fireplace and rousing good times here. What's important though, as you walk through this small town and what people are not working on the construction job, they're currently doing little tasks here. One girl's got rugs strung between across the line. She's beating the crap out of it with a mallet, knocking all the dirt out of it. She kind of gives you all a weary eye as these strangers come walking through town. Most of the people here give you a wide berth, right? They're not really running up to you to be like, hey, welcome to the town. So not super friendly here. But as you kind of clear the buildings, walking through the only main road, street, dirt, it's dirt. It's a dirt road. That's the main road into town. They do have a well at the center of the town. And the configuration of the town obviously is built around the well. So the well is like the centerpiece of this town, right? So all the buildings, the 15 or so buildings that are here, they're all spread around in a circular formation around the well area. So Reggie and Farland, and as you guys kind of head towards the small dockyard, you're a little disheartened to see that there's not a single boat currently sitting at the dock, which looks like it may be able to hold 2 larger ships. There's also to the right of that, there's a whole bunch of smaller fishing boats that are 4 to be precise. There are 4 smaller fishing boats on a smaller wharf, and then there's also rowboats that have been pulled on shore onto the sandy beach and flipped upside down to keep the rain from filling them up. So, but big giant ships, ones that look like they could make the weeks-long journey across the sea, are currently not in port.
So what I'm hearing is a rowboat isn't a good idea for traveling to Jafong. Okay.
There's a little fishing
Or
triremes
is
too.
it?
Row, make the boat go.
Is there a shack or something that looks like it's a dock? I hesitate to say dockmaster, but that would be the title. Is there a dockmaster miner running around?
There is one of the 15 buildings is a rectangular long building, not too terribly long, but it's got a single door on the left of it, and then it's got like this open front area where they can pull down big old leather tarps and stuff to cover their entrance. Right now, they're currently tied up onto the overhang so that you can see inside. And inside, they have boxes stacked in there that looks like freight, crates and stuff like that, either coming or going. And there are there's 5 gentlemen currently in there that are currently moving boxes and rearranging them in some fashion that is unknown to you. You don't know why they're stacking them the way that they're stacking them without asking. One of them appears to be pointing and shouting orders, but you're not yet close enough to make out what those orders are, but they're certainly paying attention to this gentleman. So, where are you going?
Lady Farland, would you like me to question them, or would you like to do the honors?
Go for it.
Okay. Reggie's gonna go into affable old man mode, pop a peppermint in his mouth, and shuffle on over to the guy who looks like he's in charge, and wait for a polite moment.
Got to get that fresh peppermint breath.
Dude, in a medieval world? Fuck
Hell
yeah. People are like, this guy's a pleasure to talk to.
He's still got all of his teeth in his mouth. It's
and
amazing.
that's also why he keeps offering it to everyone else. Your breath stinks. Here you go.
Yuki just thinks you're trying to rot her teeth out because you think it's funny.
Yeah, that works too.
Yuki's looking
Excuse me,
around. She's
sir.
like, "Whew." So as Reggie saunters off, you girls are kind of standing around, just taking in the town, looking it over. Yuki's looking around. She's like, man, you humans, you're like a wildfire. You sit down and you just start taking over everything.
Yeah, well,
These people look so poor, Lady Farland. I feel like I should steal from the rich and give to them.
mm,
Huh. Are you doing okay today? You seem awfully out of it.
it's just going to be a long journey to Jafang, I imagine, and
Maybe a week's journey from here if we can, get a good merchant ship coming in. What are the chances that our luck will change and a ship will come sailing in at any moment now? She starts tapping her foot next to you. Any moment.
hopefully, soon.
Gonna see sails on the horizon in about 2 minutes. And Cassie's just kind of looking around. She just kind of takes in a deep breath of that salty sea air. And this place reminds me of my home before I burned it down. A little sigh on her face there.
Burned it down?
Yeah. She if y'all remember when you found her, the little tiny farm area. She
Oh, I thought that was a Yuki talking for some reason. I was like, what?
no. The Cassie's talking. She's
Okay, I was like,
she's
wait,
like,
what?
this
Yeah,
reminds
no,
me of home until I burned it to the ground on accident.
it's not your fault.
You're damn right it's not. It's a stupid fucking lizard inside of me. Oh, sorry. Language. I'm kind of losing my ladylike mannerisms. Yeah, that's just because you've been hanging around us for so long. I feel all like now that we're so close, it feels like the dragon inside of me is just rolling around. You know, like butterflies in the stomach, only like 10 times worse. It may
Yeah,
not be
I
able to
understand that.
it may not be able to influence my mind, but I think it's still fully aware of what we're doing. Everything that y'all said to me, everything that you've done, it was privileged to. So it knows everything, even things you don't know.
It may know things, but as long as it can't act on those things, then
She kind of reaches up and touches the jewel on the front of her collar. I can't wait to be able to take this off. But do you think once this dragon is out of me, do you think I'll lose all my magic abilities? Will I just become an ordinary girl?
that's hard to say. Perhaps, perhaps not.
I don't want to be ordinary. I was meant for something greater. You know?
I know that at least your line, your family line, knew some magic to begin with, so it wouldn't surprise me even if the dragon left you, you still were able to become one with the arcane.
Oh, that's true. Speaking of, how is my great 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 grandmother doing over there inside of you? Has she talked to you recently?
No.
can she like see me? She kind of waves at you. Hi, Grandma. Can you see me?
I don't know if she can.
You don't get a feeling one way or the other. So
I am unsure either way.
she's been pretty silent since she merged with you.
Yeah.
Really hasn't said anything to you since then. You made a promise to her and she's holding you to it, and that's it. She's probably having to use every ounce of her spiritual power to fight back her own curse so that you have a fighting chance when you cast. You get advantage, remember, on all of your casting checks now to see if you have to draw a card. That was the deal you made with her. She can't get rid of the curse, but she can lessen its effects on you. All right. Reggie, you come sauntering up. You just kind of stand there, waiting for them. And boss, got some old man staring at you. All right, you guys keep getting those crates sorted. Hey, you got a new face in town? He offers his hand to you.
Firm grip, but not asshole grip.
He firm grips right back. He is a man of muscular status, kind of like you, but not as ripped as you.
Oh,
He's a
fuck
big burly
that.
man.
We rip off sleeves and Predator.
You son of a bitch! Boom! You arm wrestle with big bulging biceps everywhere. Name's Jonathan Harper. Welcome to our town, Fort Banderin. I assume you just arrived here.
That's right. Reginald Pinwood. Pleasure to meet you.
Ah, Mr. Pinwood, pleasure is all mine. It's good to see new faces here. You know, every new person that comes to town is new opportunities, new stories, new possibilities.
Sounds
I'm
like you
thinking
need a new drinking partner.
we need an actual proper tavern. That watering shed we have over there hardly does the trick. But baby steps.
Reggie is visibly a little bit sad. Just droop of the mustache.
Yeah, we are about as fringe of a town as you can possibly get within the Rollenstarian Empire. More of an experiment, if you ask me. And one I don't know if it's going to be successful or not. I suppose it all depends on how our experiences with those Grey Rock orcs goes.
Hmm.
They scare the ever-living shit out of most of the people here in town, but I've dealt with them a few times in trade. They seem like okay fellas.
Got their own justice system.
Oh, yeah? I suppose so. Everybody's culture is a little different, right?
Uh,
What do you mean about the justice, though? Did you witness something?
yes, out at the fort, there was
Yeah,
a
that
little thing
ruckus.
about. Yeah,
Was that orcs?
it was.
Oh, what the hell were they doing up there at the fort?
There was some tussle with one of the orc boys and some of the soldiers, and they were trying to figure out who had jurisdiction. So they were just talking.
Huh.
But
As
you
long as
know
they were just talking.
orcs, they're going to show up in number just for talking.
Yeah, that can be a little intense. But, as I said, they're strong workers. Sometimes they come into town and I put a few of them to work if we get a particularly laborious project on hand or we get a large shipment of goods.
Back in the service, one of my best friends was half orc.
Oh, no kidding. Well, how did that come about?
We were a misfit group put together. I would have rather had. Nah, I wouldn't have taken. Sorry, DM.
How dare you! You ruined my
I
immersion!
know, I'm sorry.
I'm canceling this game. I'm shutting it down. We're done.
I'd have rather no other man than Agabo at my side. That man held a shield like a wall.
Ah, ex-soldier, huh? Me too.
Visibly stops and thinks about his analogy.
Yeah. Soldier, huh? Me too. Served in the Rollenstarian army for good 15 years of my life.
August. for life.
August. That's a tough place, I hear. Never been there myself.
Ah, you just have to pick up the local pastime, slaughtering Morthulians.
That is something I think we can all agree on. It's probably why Rollenstein gets along so well with most of the baronies. I never wanted to deal with it because every barony, from what I hear, maybe you can tell me, every barony up there is different. So if you try to trade, going from one barony to the next could be a whole different set of circumstances and rituals and handshakes and deals that
You're,
have to be brokered. What a pain
you're
in the ass.
absolutely right. The last
Ah.
person to try to unify it was Lady Pridewin, and ultimately she failed.
Aw. Lady Pridewin, huh? Was that who you served? Can't say I've heard of her before. Was she good?
She was an honor.
Yeah. Nah.
Son, we're going to get into bad memories. My apologies. I don't want to bring this down. We're passing through, heading towards Jaffong. When's
Oh.
the next ship coming through?
We're expecting one of the cargo ships to arrive here tomorrow. Around the same time right now. That's provided they don't, meet some horrible fate out there on the sea. Terrible business out there sometimes. Monsters and the like roaming the waters, looking for ships to gobble up. So I hear.
None of those squids, right?
Yeah, can't say I've ever seen anything myself. I don't like to sell myself. I like dry feet under me. Or dry feet. I like dry land under my feet.
I just
Not
don't
as much
like
as
the idea of all those arms.
Me neither. That's why I stay here on shore. Going to Jafong, huh? Interesting. You know, those people don't take too kindly to us. You know, us New Yorkers, us of Brooklyn.
It happens, man. Shit
I
just
don't
got
know.
real.
I don't know why I'm talking with a Brooklyn accent, but that's the way it's going to be for the rest of the game session.
That's all right, son. I'll switch it up.
There you go. Very good. All right.
I'm escorting this here priestess. We heading on
Cool.
over to Ranyoko.
Woo! What a pretty thing you got over there. Why did I suddenly turn into Southern Texas? I don't know why.
The ships coming through here, do any of them go to Ranyoko?
No. Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Okay,
That's
just
the
making
main
sure.
trader. Yeah, the one coming here
Excellent.
probably give it. Might be a few
With their xenophobia, I wasn't certain. Are there
Ah.
embargoes if we try to go that way? Are they going to check the slant of our eyes? Holy shit, everyone, I want to apologize for the old man. Dear God. But we have only one native in our party.
Oh, he kind of looks out and he sees Ayuki talking to the other two girls with the little fox ears twitching that big bushy tail of hers. Oh shit! Oh, good luck, boy. They don't like their kind out there. That's one of them there Sukis, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, good luck. I mean, on top of the xenophobia that you get over there for sure. Yeah, they really don't like those. You may want to pack her in a crate or something.
Since I met her.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
she's a delight, but those things the Suki are mischievous.
That's what I hear. I've never really dealt with one myself personally, but I know the people of Jafong have a little bit of a superstition with them. Turns out, what is that? They call them baby stealers. They have a reputation for taking babies from their cribs. That's what I hear anyway in their folklore. Times that I've shared it here with the boys from over there.
All right, guys, we need an aside real quick because I need you to know that Reggie 100% agrees with the baby stealer thing, but he's never going to say that to anyone in the party or to a goddamn stranger. But Damn it. I wish we could have that conversation.
They're not here. They're not here. You can't have no conversation whatsoever,
Hmm.
except for with the guy you're talking to, unless you want to call Yuki over.
No. I wouldn't trade her for anything. But back to the point. Do they care who comes and goes other than the Suki?
As foreigners, you'll of course have to go to their customs office when you get there and fill out some paperwork. They like to know who's in their country.
Okay. Outstanding.
Other than that,
Hey,
you'll have to pay the fee, and then you're done.
is there any custom we need to know, like the bowing and whatnot? Is that necessary, or will we be okay following our normal civilized rules?
All right, so I'll tell you what I know. I've been over there a few times myself. Hated it every time. Like I said, I don't have very good sea legs. I tend to barf everything out of me. Thank God it's only, or thank the goddess, it's only about a week's journey on a good sturdy ship. Maybe
Blessed
a
be
little bit
her
longer.
name.
And blessed be her name. Yeah, you're a practitioner.
I am a man in service.
Excellent. Speaking of, is that a priestess?
It is, lad. He gives a little bit of a guarded look. I like you, lad, but don't get weird about it, all right?
No offense, man. We just don't get pretty girls like that around here too often.
Oh, I understand. She's a high muckety muck in their church.
Really
So,
now.
but keep it low, son. We don't want anyone trying to get autographs and the like. You never know
Eh,
what kind to loiter around the docks.
all right.
Legit almost said keep it on the down low, guys.
Keep it on the down low. Oh, I mean, hey, since modern writing, fantasy writing, and TV shows that are fantasy based are full of that dumb dog shit, why not? Why not? Why not use modern terms in a fantasy setting?
Nah,
Doesn't ever
man.
doesn't ever break immersion. Ugh. I'm looking at you, Willow. Cringe. Ugh.
I'm almost certainly not going to go into these and thous, but unless it's just awkward as fuck, I'm going to do what I can.
All right, so he's like, it's none of my business. Why you're taking a bunch of pretty ladies across the ocean there, but my time that I've spent there, bowing and respect and honor. They are all about honor. All right.
Oh,
Be honorable, be respectful, bow if you're bowed to. If they're royalty, bow lower. And you'll know if they're royalty because royals tend to dress real fancy. They like to put a bunch of crap in their hair, lots of jewelry.
got you. Look for ornamentation. Oh, is it that simple? Just look for who's dressed the best and bow lower depending on that?
If it acts like a peacock, dresses like a peacock, it's a peacock.
Royal rules. I can do this. I was raised on a farm and then I went to court.
Not too much different between them and us, really, at the high levels anyway. Royals love to show off their wealth.
Reggie will do a quick dip into his like easy street money pouch and pull out a gold and look at it. Say, lad, if I told you that this gold here was a bit too heavy, would you mind taking it off my hands? You've been such a help. I figured you would be the one to take this over for me.
You handing out gold, I'm taking it.
Ah, I'm not handing it out, you're helping me. And he'll reach over and palm it to him. I really appreciate it, son.
Ah, that's like a month's worth of pay right there. I feel like I need to do all kinds of help for you. If you need anything extra, you let me know.
Well, when did you say the next ship is coming in? That can get us over to Renyako?
It should be coming in tomorrow. It's called the Hitachi.
Hitachi. Or
Mm.
this language. Very well, son. Thank you
It's a
so
difficult
much.
language. I know a few words. Arigato.
Oh, dear God, guys.
uh, that's pretty much the only word I've memorized. It means thank you in their language.
Oh. Well, I'll use that with Ayuki next time. Thanks. But you seem like a good lad and a smart man. Using your own judgment, if something comes up that might help out, please let us know. We'll find a place to bed somewhere. He kind of trails off.
Well, we don't really have too much of an official, like inn or anything, but Margaret over at the general store has a few places in the back where people can sleep, provided you got your own sleeping arrangements, pillows,
Ah,
blankets.
excellent. I appreciate it again, son. You have a great day.
Very well. And I'm not joking about that cute little fox girl of yours. You may want to pack her in her crate or something when you get close.
I'm certainly going to give it a shot. The
'Cause,
Lady of Light protect you, son.
yeah, I mean, I guarantee you, the captain of that ship, he's probably not going to want to take you if he sees her.
He kind of holds up. Ah, it's like that even. All
Hmm?
right. Hey, quick question. There's a crab island out there on the way to Ranyako. Uh, do you know anyone who would be willing to land direct?
That's the Isle of Emperors. If you want to get your head cut off in the first 10 minutes, be my guest.
Oh, well, fuck that.
Yeah, they don't like anybody going there unannounced. And cargo ships never go there from here. You might be
All
able to
right.
find one leaving Jafang going there, but that'll be up to your business, not mine.
Yes, I'm certain they'll have some sort of process to go through. Are any of the other islands around there dangerous like that I need to know about?
Not that I can recall, but then again, I try to keep my head down and keep my eyes focused on the prize.
As you should. That's the way you win, son.
Exactly.
All right. He'll turn.
All right, Reggie comes hop skipping and jumping back over. All right. Did you manage to book us passage, old man?
No booking. We'll have to talk to the captain. It comes in tomorrow. The ship's name is Hitachi.
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 I don't know why Yuki suddenly
The
speaking
fuck?
with a Brooklyn accent, but she is now.
We're gonna do this, aren't we?
It's one of her past lives, all right? She used to be a New Yorker. My
He,
apologies to anybody that may be watching from New York. Not my fault. It's Reggie's fault.
I made a friend over there, and he cautioned us to make sure that we bow based on how well they're dressed. You
Accurate.
know, royals. And he also suggested that I wrap you up in a knapsack and not let you out the entire time.
She kind of half-lidded deadpan looks at you.
As a matter of
Really?
fact, he said blatantly that a captain would not even book us if he saw you.
Ah, listen, these captains are all interested in money over superstition. You put enough gold in their hand, they'll take us. No
Dear,
problem.
dear, no. Sailors and soldiers, we're superstitious. They will not do it if they believe it brings bad luck or if their heads will be cut off, which
I
seems to be
ride
the
the ocean
idea.
waves in a bag.
We could get a box. You like boxes?
Yuki looks up at
Foxes
you,
and boxes.
Yuki looks up at you, Farland. Can you believe this guy? Wants to stuff me in a box. I don't know why I'm Brooklyn again, but I am. He wants to stuff me in a
Can't get no
box. Can you
respect.
believe him? I get no respect. No respect.
All right, Reggie is no longer into Ayuki. We're moving on from that arc. We're done. You killed it.
Does Farland have any words for a Yuki?
No.
No.
If you delivered it in a Brooklyn accent, I would have pissed myself laughing.
Would have been good. Ah, whatever. We have till tomorrow to figure it out. If I have to ride in a cargo crate, at least to get on the ship, then I guess I'll do my part.
There's a sport.
Man,
I
you're gonna
certainly
owe me.
won't shake the box or anything.
I will stab
Throw it
you.
overboard.
I will stab you in the ankles repeatedly.
I've had less lovely women attack me.
Nah, I can't stay mad at you. Seriously, though, I'm only going to stay in the box until you get me on the ship. Then I'm going to wander around and steal everything that's not nailed down.
So, standard operating procedure.
Mm-hmm. There might be something useful in the cargo hold, when they load all the cargo with me inside one of the crates. In fact, now that I think about it, this is a great plan you've come up with. I'll be able to have free reign of the cargo hold.
Oh, that is a good
Yuki,
idea.
let's try and
Peaceful.
not steal from the people we're getting a ride from.
Can I get a box too?
You can be right next to me.
Thieves for life.
Ah, but Lady Farland said no. Please, please, pretty please. She gives you big giant fox eyes. Pretty please.
I'll
Remember,
give
they're
you
all
a
a bunch.
peppermint.
Listen, Lady Farland, they're mean to me, and they're all a bunch of racist assholes. Surely that warrants a little bit of stealing. Just a little bit of stealing. A tiny fraction of a steal.
Do you even know which companies are shipping what from what?
Wait,
No.
nope. I could maybe accidentally find that gentleman's manifest over there, though.
I could ask him for
I
it,
would
but he
feel,
absolutely would have volunteered it if he thought it appropriate already.
I would feel bad about stealing from people who didn't deserve it.
No. Give me a persuasion check, Farland.
God.
He's also
Hold
faithful.
on, let me get all these maps out of the way. Where's my persuasion? Did it go on the dice tower this time?
I saw
Yeah.
nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, with a persuasion, you'll know if you failed or not. So yeah, you can just throw that into the chat window. Usually it's for things like stealth or insight, where you don't necessarily know the answer or if you're actually stealthing or not.
Right.
Cricket, cricket, cricket. Did I miss your roll? Did I suddenly get disconnected?
I hear you.
Farland, were you kidnapped by UFOs?
Yes, I'm kidnapped by brain fog. Sorry. What?
Wait, give me my persuasion check.
Didn't I throw it in the dice tower? I thought you got it. That's why I was like confused.
Yeah, no.
Did you miss the dice tower?
It didn't roll. I see nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, you can throw this in the just regular chat window. Blue.
Nice.
A 10. A 10. No, not that. Can she resist you? Oh.
Did you just roll her brat score?
I did. I rolled to see if it works. I did an opposed test there, and yeah, she's like, oh, fine. Listen, Asuki, we feed off of hijinks and mischief, right? I gotta live up to the hype. I haven't been able to do any hijinks for 2 days. 2 days. I'll behave.
2 days? What have you been doing in the past few days that you haven't been doing before?
Things you don't need to know about. Well, where are we gonna sleep tonight?
I suppose we should figure that out.
The general store. It's run by Marjorie, I believe her name was. She might be able to bunk us as long as we provide our own bedding and the like.
Oh, roughing it in the outdoors towns. Fantastic. All right. Well, should we just stand around here for a while and hope that Gruak and Mary haven't been eaten by anything bigger than them?
The old man could use a break.
Then a break we shall have. Lead the way. We'll follow.
Fine now.
Cut to the forest.
Oh,
Not
nom
dark,
nom
not
nom nom.
scary.
Oh, that game's great.
It's pretty sparse trees here. Like
That is a
Like,
good game.
I love the forest. I beat it twice in VR. Good times. I'm hoping the Forest 2 will get VR support eventually, because until it does, I ain't playing it.
Did it not launch with it?
It did not. To be fair, the first Forest did not launch with it either. They added it a couple
Well, I
years
knew
later.
that, but I assumed it, that would be transferable once they got the first one working on it.
Right. Which is why when they released it, I was like, wait a minute, what? Why would you not release possibly one of the best VR experiences I've ever had right out of the gate? But they didn't. So probably because the game is much prettier looking than the first, so it requires a lot more hardware demand. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they do it. And by the way, I tested out Alien Isolation, the VR mod. Yeah, no thanks. that game scared the shit out of me in 2D mode. It's even worse in 3D.
Wait, are you talking about Alien Isolation?
Yeah, there's a VR mod for it.
No,
So you play with VR.
I would never be able to play that game. Period. I literally have nightmares about Alien if I think about it too much. So I try
That
not
sounds
to.
great.
Did you play it with the mode where you actually have to be quiet?
Yeah, well, I'm playing on hard. Playing on hard mode. So
Well,
I've never
there's
beat it.
settings where it uses a microphone, and if you actually make noise, it alerts the alien.
That's fucked up, man. That's so
yeah.
fucked
So
up.
you have to be quiet.
Oh, no, I didn't know it had that in there. Did they add that afterwards? Because that wasn't in there at the beginning.
I know it was part
been
of
one of the
when it
DLCs.
launched on PS5 because it uses the microphone built into the controller. So on
God.
PC, I don't even know if it's an option, to be honest.
That game scares the shit out of me. Literally, it makes my heart rate go up.
Yeah.
That is the point. That is
That was
why
it.
you play it.
It was funny. The last time I played it was over a year ago during Halloween, and I live streamed it. And I had about 80 people watching me. It was one of my most popular streams. And I said, we're playing one life. I'm only if I die, we're done for the night. So we started from the beginning. I lasted 5 hours and 45 minutes without dying. And yeah, I'm pretty good at stealthing in that game. I'm pretty damn good at stealthing in that game. So I showed them my Fitbit though. My Fitbit had a resting speed of 88 beats per minute when I started the game. I showed it when the alien finally killed me, and I screamed like a little girl, like an 8-year-old little girl, just like
Yeah.
I showed him the watch, and it was like 132 BPM. I was like, do you see this? I go, this is the only game the only other game that ever gave me any close to that level of fear was the original Fear, first-person shooter. That game made me jump a lot too. There was a lot of jump scaring, and Fear 2 was some good jump scares too. Fear 3, trash, utter trash, doesn't exist, was never made. Throw it in the garbage. But Alien, just because I'm like you, Farland, I've always had nightmares about it. It's my favorite movie monster of all time. Like, I love its design.
Yeah, I love its design, but it scares the ever living shit out of me. Like, to the point where it's like if I get too caught up on a thought train about that shit, it's gonna haunt my nightmares and it's gonna be fucked up.
You do not play Alien Dark Descent then.
Yeah.
I think my friend is interested in playing it, so I might watch him play it.
It's fun as
Because
shit.
he says
It's hard. It's very hard though. Woo.
He's been kind of craving an XCOM game, and I've never really been super into those, but I would definitely watch it.
It's nice. You can't play it like XCOM, but I'm playing it in the mode it was meant to be, where you bring up the skill menu. Instead of it pausing the game, it puts it all into slow motion. So the aliens are still running along the walls and ceilings and shit to come and rip your face off. So you got to click fast on the skill trees and special powers and stuff that you want to use. But it's so much fun. And I lost my first Marine to having them dragged away yesterday. I could not save that poor woman. She was screaming the entire time. Her screams will haunt me forever.
No.
I'm sorry. I couldn't save you. There was too many aliens blocking the way. Anyway, fantastic game. But don't play Alien Isolation in VR if you have a bad heart, because you will probably die. I played it for about 45 minutes and I turned it off because the alien killed me like 3 times. And turning around and having that thing in 1-to-1 scale, 8 feet tall, of teeth and claws. Nyah, nyah.
Actually, Isolation was free on the Epic Store for a while.
Yeah, I think it was free on Steam at 1.2. I think I
damn.
got it when it was free. Even though I'm
Damn
probably
good.
never gonna play it because it scares like.
Hey man, free game's free game.
Yeah,
What-
and it's one of
Yeah.
those things is like maybe if I like wanted to stream or something
What-
and
what
make a
blows-
stream goal or something like that.
The thing that blows my mind about that game is who made it. Creative Assembly, who makes all the Total War games. That's all they were known for a decade, is Total War games. And then out of nowhere, we're going to give you a first-person horror survival game, Alien Isolation. And I was like, that can't possibly be good. You guys are more into war games. Oh my god, this is one of the greatest survival horror games I've ever played.
Look, man, just because like you're good at making one kind of game doesn't mean you A, don't want to, and B, aren't good at making another.
It was just a surprise because they really had never done anything but war games up until that point. So, and the AI in Alien Isolation is still some of the most brilliant AI programming I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
It's like
95% of that game is unscripted.
it's like Frontier. They make like Elite Dangerous, but also Planet Coaster.
It's out of nowhere. All right, we're gonna cut over to you guys out in the forest today. And this will probably be where we're gonna pause the game. So out in the forest, if you can call it, is it really a forest? It's more like the woods, right? If it's widely spaced trees, it's more called woods than a forest, I guess.
Sure.
So the trees aren't all thick together, blocking out the sun. There's plenty of sunlight cutting through the trees and stuff. And you guys are on this side of the planet. I got to thank seasons here. You guys left autumn. You're on the other side of the planet. So yeah, it's probably more like spring over here in this part. So temperatures probably in the low 80s right now. There's a nice cool breeze blowing through the trees. The ground isn't covered in a whole lot of leaves or sticks and stuff, so any kind of stealth movements won't have any problems with that. So, your guys' tasks twofold. You're just are you sticking with Gruak, or are you gonna like cut off from him?
I'm
Break away
sticking
from
with him.
him? All right, so
Like
but you're
my goal is to just help him kind of forage for berries and whatever else he's looking for, because I don't want to let him go off and do his own thing and get lost or anything. But
right.
the secondary part of that is like if I feel like there's small game nearby, I might go after it. But it's
Right.
like totally secondary.
All right, so your bow is out, right? And you got an arrow in it just in case a rabbit jumps out and says, "Bitch,
Yep.
shoot me!" All right, gotcha. All right, Gruak. Your goal is on herbs and edible plant materials.
Yeah,
For you
berries,
and your
mushrooms, herbs.
So from both of you guys, throw me out survival checks.
No, not nature.
And nope, not while you're foraging. Foraging is a survival check. And Mary, since you're are you trying to be like in Gruak's shadow? Like, are you hiding, or are you just stomping around with him?
I'd be like
Trying to stealth it?
relatively stealthy. Yeah.
All right, throw me a stealth check too in the tower, please.
In the tower.
In the tower, so you can't see it. Excellent day. All right, thank you, sir. All right, survivals. All around, most excellent survival rolls here. Gruak with a 21. After about 30 minutes of foraging and moving through there, You kind of move through this slightly denser cluster of trees, right? And there, as if Tarshanna had planted it herself, is this beautiful bright green bush with super dark red berries all over it. And we're not talking the little tiny red berries that like birds like to peck. We're talking them big, thick ass, like almost the size of cherries type size of berries. And this shaft of light from the morning sun is just hitting it just right. You wish that you had a camera right now because it's a Kodak moment.
Oh.
So you're just like, oh, this is definitely what you've been looking for.
Oh, this
All right.
looked good.
Excellent, excellent. So you you move through to get to the bushes. You have seen berries like this before without even making a nature check. This one's pretty standard to you. While it doesn't create the delicious dreamberry juice that elves and Trelawney love alike, it will produce some fine, delicious wines when pressed properly. Or you can just num 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 chomp on it and get all the berry juice spraying everywhere. So as Gruak pushes through the trees and rustles, down, Mary, a spooked little fox critter comes shooting out, starts taking off, runs between your legs, kind of catches you off guard because you rolled a 9 for your stealth. So you're just like, oh, whoa, boom, pow, pow, ping, pow. If you would like to engage this target, he is moving pretty damn fast. And it's going to be an awkward angle if you're going to snap shoot this guy. Or you can let him get further away from you and steady the shot and perhaps have a better chance of striking it. If you snapshot at it, it'll be at disadvantage.
You said it's a fox?
It looks like a fox critter. It's about the size of a small terrier dog, orange fur with white patches on its belly and on its side, like its little whiskers on the side. And it does have what looks like fox ears and a big bushy tail. He fast though. And he ain't running
I'd
in no straight line
probably
either.
let the fox go. I don't really want
You-
to eat fox.
You don't want to hear what the fox has to say?
No.
Might be a relative of Ayuki.
Mom!
Awkward.
No!
I ate your mother.
Like if we were in need of cash, I might take the fox for its pelt, but like I'm looking for game to eat.
You want to munch on something. Well, you can eat fox, but they are not the tastiest, probably.
Yeah, no.
And
Like a rabbit or
besides,
a deer.
if
It's
you've
kind of
ever seen
more
a real fox come up to somebody and squeak and get all cute and lay on its back and like rub my belly, you'll never be able to shoot one, ever.
I've
Never.
killed cuter.
No, you have not. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
yeah, like I'll let the fox go. I'm not gonna shoot at a fox.
All right. So I imagine you like snap around on it. And you're like, ah, it's just a fox, and then you don't draw all the way back. It's like, huh.
Yeah.
Also, Gruak not a fan of killing wildlife.
Well, people have to eat Gruak. Not everybody can chew on leaves like you and survive.
Cannibal.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
just has this Tarshanna moment, and that would ruin it.
Listen, you're in the bushes picking berries right now, so you don't see him murdering anything.
All right.
Okay.
As a fellow follower of Tarshanna, hunting for food is natural and expected. All right.
Yeah, no, it's more about his background being like the god of Lake Serene, protecting the animals there.
Remember, Gruak is a Disney princess where all the animals come to him and land on
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And he didn't even have to sing or wear a dress, although we all know he looks good in a dress. Oh yeah. All right. Listen, your passive perception, Mary, as you track the fox zigzagging back and forth at about 125 yards. Translate that into feet. What is that? Times 3, right?
120. Yeah.
So like 300 feet. Pretty long
375.
shot. Yeah, somewhere around there. We'll say 375 for giggles. So I think that's what medium range for you.
Well, I
Well,
think in D&D we've got like
there's
normal
two
range
range.
and long
There's
range.
right. If it's long range, it's
Yeah, my long range is 600, so like it's well within that.
that's your max range, but your first range increment is what 100
150.
150. Okay, so I think I can't remember. It's been so long. Is it a -2 or is it disadvantage when shooting all the way out there? I think it's
I
disadvantage, isn't it?
honestly have no idea.
Disadvantage.
It's disadvantage. All right. So this stag appears between this. There's a pair of trees at about 375 feet away from you that form like this little V shape, and you see this stag just kind of like walking directly towards the V shape. It's like a head-on shot. Um, he doesn't seem to be aware of you currently due to the extreme range. That's a tricky shot. So you have choices. You can try to thread the needle and shoot him right between the eyes, between those V-shaped trees, or you can try to stealth your way into a closer range and get a better angle on him.
I'll try and get within like a closer range.
So you want to close at least 150 feet. All right.
Yeah.
Do you tell Greg that you're going to be um, indisposed for a moment and to stay put?
Yeah. Greg, I'll be right back. Give me like 5 minutes.
Okay. Nom nom.
You're going to come back. Turns out these berries have an alcoholic effect on him and he's just fucking tanked. He's passed out. You're going to have to drag a 350-pound log into town. It'll be
Yeah.
great. All right. I'm going to need from you a stealth check in the dice tower, good sir.
All right.
Oh, sorry, madam.
Okay. Where is stealth?
Your stealth moving. Da, 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 da. Ooh, that way outdoes a deer's passive perception. Deers aren't very wise.
Who would have
They're not,
guessed?
they're not very smart either.
Oh
In fact,
dear.
their stats are pretty crap. I see what you did there, Reggie. Don't think I didn't notice that.
I had to do it. I'm
Oh
sorry.
dear. All right, so you get down low and you use tree after tree to zigzag your way ever closer. You kind of get a judgment on the wind, figuring out where the downwind is, and you go to the upwind side, right? Because you don't want to get a scent of you. Listen, I've played Deer Hunter 6 enough. All right, I know how this works. Okay, so you creep your way up along until finally you get that more of a. It's not a perfect side shot. It's more of a 3/4 shot, right, with its head closer towards you and
Yeah.
its flanks in the rear. But still, you can see much more of it now. You can definitely go for that heart-killing shot, and you do get within your bow's first range increment, so the disadvantage is gone.
Cool. As I'm lining up the shot, I'm gonna whisper a quick prayer to Tarshanna to have the wind guide my shot and cast Zephyr Strike on myself.
Gotcha.
And then I will take the shot.
There's nothing to
that
target, so just do a raw
one.
roll
Yeah.
because we're not on
And
combat
that
tracker.
one.
So you may have to add. I don't.
Well, let's see if this
Yeah.
works.
I think it should work as long as it's in the combat tracker. But there's no target, so anything that's target based is
27.
27. Man, this deer does some crazy ass matrix like arrow dodging shit. Except he's really bad at it. So yeah, whack, the arrow hits him. Throw me out some damage, please.
16.
I think that is enough to drop a standard deer. Double checking. Please wait. Oh wow, deer have 4 hit points. Woo! This is a big ass stag though, so we'll say he has 8. He's still dead. So, as you have done countless times before, because you used to hunt all around the house and bring meat back to the dinner table for your family. That is before your sister's heart was ripped out of her body and her soul basically, stolen. Um, you strike the deer. Precision. Boom. The deer barely has enough time to like rear up, and it thinks about running and gets maybe like 15 feet, and then it just blah, 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 and it stops moving pretty quick.
Great. I will walk over and try and like tie it up so I can carry it easily back to the town.
Excellent. Let's see how good you do at prepping this animal. A survival check, please. As you whip out all the ropes, pull out your arrow. Ha!
Of course.
Help me, Gruak! The deer's falling on me and I can't get up! Help me, Gruak! It weighs 500 pounds! It's crushing me! You take 6d6 points of crushing damage from the deer as it falls on you.
All right, give me that roll. It can't kill me. It's fine.
Oh, I got it. I'm doing it right now. Oh, take that. Yeah, 25 points of crushing damage. Just kidding. All right, so you do a bang up job tying this deer's feet together. You tie it up. You think you did pretty good, and you start dragging it through the woods. Unless you want to like try to carry it on your shoulders, it's a pretty big bastard. I don't see Mary carrying this stag on her shoulders.
It is the rickiest makeshift like wooden sled you've ever seen.
You like put it together, you put the deer on it, you just get the legs all strapped up and everything, you start dragging it, and by the time you get it back to Gruak, the sled is already half falling apart, and
Yep.
the deer's just thumping its head on every rock and stick and thing as you roll it along. And but hey, eventually you get it back to where Gruak is. By that time, Gruak, you've picked enough berries, and you come out of your little tiny Tarshanna altar in the woods to see Mary standing over the corpse of a dead elk.
What happened?
Oh no.
Did you hunt deer or deer hunt you?
I
It
hunted
fainted.
the deer.
Gruak make joke.
Well, you didn't tell it very well.
Oh, that's good times.
Don't suppose you want to help me lumber this thing back, huh?
Gruak can help. You want berry? And I
Excellent.
offer some berries.
Sure.
Oh, these are juicy and sweet. These actually taste really good, and they don't poison you.
Hooray!
Don't get any on your clothes though; they stain like crazy. So
I'm pretty sure all of my clothing is completely stained anyway. Like,
you may need a new wardrobe eventually. Yes, a little bit. So go ahead and give me another survival check with advantage because Gruak's helping you this time to prepare everything. I'm gonna laugh if you roll ones because I'm gonna say that the deer just fucking explodes into 1,000 chunky pieces everywhere. 21.
double 15s. Oh no, drop the 12.
Blackjack.
Okay.
You did all right. All right, 21. All right, you easily this time. You're like, we need to get a better sled, unless you just want to put it across Gruak's shoulders because he's 8 feet tall and pretty broad.
Yeah, like if Gruak's willing to do that, I'm perfectly happy with that.
Yes.
All right. So Gruak lifts it up, and you go ahead and kind of do some makeshift Japanese rope tying. Oh my! To get that deer secured to his back. So you got a bag full of berries, edible. Gruak, if you want to add it to your sheet, those will stay fresh probably for since you took them off of their life-giving branches. They'll probably stay good for about 7 days. Better to eat them sooner than later, though. They start to lose their freshness and yumminess.
Yeah, I mean, Gruak is always munching on them in between.
Those are your peppermints.
Yes.
Nom, nom. And easily you become a giant deer carriage system. Unless Mary ties the deer to Gruak, then knocks Gruak down and ties ropes to Gruak and then drags Gruak
No,
to the floor. I mean, he could become a sled, Could become a sled. All right.
Yeah, because I can pull Gruak.
Well, he's still I think your strength's high enough you can pull 350 pounds, right? Plus the deer, which is probably another 150 pounds. So, it's all good. Not really. Gruak, And Mary, if there's no other hunts that you want to do, you are successful in your berry grabbing attempts and your hunting. You'll be eating very well tonight, and this small town might even buy any extra meat left over and any other body parts you may want to sell to them.
That's the plan.
All right. Eventually, you guys make the short trek back into town. As Gruak comes walking into town with a deer strapped across his back, people out on the streets start magically disappearing into the houses and closing their doors.
And don't forget the
shutters.
toga.
Oh yeah, and the toga, now covered in deer blood that's dripped out of the wound.
Oh no.
Unless you dressed it. Unless you dressed the wound, Mary.
I would have dressed it so it's not bleeding all over him if he's going to carry it.
Okay, I'm just, hey, you never know. You got to tell me these things, right? All right. The people here are obviously not privy to the Trelawney, so when they see an 8-foot tree monster carrying a deer with a small green-haired girl walking next to it, yeah, they kind of vacate the street pretty quick. The good news is that makes it really easy to track down your companions, who have
Would be our first stop.
yes. So did the companions Reggie, you were like, let's go find a place to rest. Where are you resting? You going to the makeshift little shit shack bar that they got that could seat like
Yep. The general
8
store.
people? Oh, you're going to the general store instead.
Yeah, he said my informant guy said that would probably be the best place.
For getting lodging. So you're going to go find lodgings then. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll switch back to you guys then real quick. So you do find the general store because it has one of those convenient, plaques hanging from a little swinging sign out front. It's got the universal symbol of the general goods store. No fancy name is out front of it yet because this town isn't big enough to warrant big fancy names for general stores. So it is not the largest general store that you've ever been in. In fact, as all of y'all pile in, it gets pretty crowded pretty quick. There's a few shelves here and there that got rope, some pickaxes. There's some lanterns here. There's materials for tenting, pegs, mallets, spikes, and other odds and ends and trinkets. Sitting behind the table, currently working on, at the counter, there's a woman sitting there. And she's probably in her 40s. Hair is starting to show a little bit of gray here, but mostly still brown. Big brown eyes. She's currently wearing a thick apron of leather. And she's got this animal on the countertop that she's working on taxidermy style. The animal's been put into a fierce pose, all, like 24 inches of it. It's a little furry critter. Some
It's
kind
like
of
the spirit of Mary preceded us.
So yeah, this middle-aged woman appears to be doing taxidermy on this small little mammal. As you guys come walking through the door, she kind of flips up the lenses on her glasses that she's wearing. She's got these special glasses to help her work with the small threads and stitching and stuff. So she kind of swings up the little things and kind of peers over the little taxidermied in progress animal. She's like, "Oh, visitors. 4. She can't count. 4 visitors. Please come in. Welcome. My name's Margaret. Welcome to my general store. Where did you guys come from?"
On our way in, Reggie will give Farland a look so they can do the social thing of figuring out who the fuck is going to talk.
I'm assuming we're trying to sell the deer.
No,
Negative.
they're not here yet. This is
Oh.
lodgings.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys are trying to get lodging.
What Reggie said earlier was that Margaret runs the general store, and if we have bedrolls and stuff, which we do, she usually has a place to bed down. That's good.
Okay.
That's
We
kinda-
were looking for lodging for the night, if that were possible.
Oh, aren't you just the prettiest young thing? Fancy clothes you got there, too. Are you a
It
noble?
comes with the territory. No, I work for the church.
Ah, my old eyes. Of course. I see the symbol now. Well, priestess, uh, welcome to my humble store. What may I do for a servant of Azarus?
We were just looking for a place to stay for the night.
Ah, you need lodgings. Lodgings. Yes, yes, I can accommodate you, of course. Just the four of you?
5, 6.
6. And of note less, one of our party is a tree lord. He's a giant tree man. Absolute peaceful, but he can be a little spooky at first.
What?
Oh, you'll love it.
She kind of scratches the back of her head. He hasn't been drinking, has he?
No.
No.
He
Okay,
probably
well.
has, but
Not to the extent that he's hallucinating things
Yeah.
that don't exist.
All right, she's like, okay, 6 of you, and one of you apparently is a giant tree man. Well,
It also could be that Gruak might want to stay out in the wilderness too, Reggie. We don't
Oh, that's a
know
fair point, ma'am.
exactly where he's going to want to stay.
Hey, y'all are serious, aren't you? Now I'm curious. I want to see what this tree man looks like. But if he is as big as a tree, I'm not going to be able to fit him back there. In fact, fitting all 4 of y'all is going to be tricky as it is. Luckily, you got a bunch of petite girls here with you. Don't you try nothing funny, mister. You understand?
Of course not.
I ain't running that kind of place.
Under a roof with you? Who could be tempted?
All right. And who's the 5th member of your group?
Mary, she'll give her a brief description of what Mary looks like with the green hair, short green.
All right.
Probably
Okay,
bringing
okay.
your next project.
What? Oh. Oh! You admiring my fancy work here? Yeah.
Your body posing.
Damn, I caught this little critter myself. Decided to turn him into a wonderful shrine to nature.
Hmm. That's a thing people do.
Yeah, I mean, it passes the time. We don't get a lot of visitors out here, so gotta do something with my skills. Well, I'm gonna be able to fit 4 of you girls here in the back room, but you, sir, probably gonna have to go down into the basement.
That won't bother me. You hesitated just a heartbeat before you said basement. Was there significance to that?
Well, it's filthy down there. It's a dirt basement.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's really dark. So if you're afraid of the dark or claustrophobic spaces, not my problem.
That's no worry, lass.
All right then.
I'm a friend of the dark.
All right then. All right, all right, all right. Let's see here. All right. Well, for renting of the space, of course, it's not free, mind you. Got to make a living out here in the frontier somehow. Uh, let's see here. I need things, and I should have bookmarked this. In fact, I did bookmark this page, didn't I? Where's it at? Look at me getting smart using bookmarks.
You're so clever.
Who would do something like bookmark?
Not me. I would be lost, and then it's like, where did I put that thing? And spend like 20 minutes looking for it. It's like, what I do with that? Shit.
Dude, wow. Holy shit. Hang on, this may not be the best page. I go down to inn lodging. Price range 2 gold to 32 gold. Holy shit.
Yeah, housing can be really expensive depending on what the fuck's
Yeah.
going on, I guess.
I don't think that's right though for the basic DM's guide. That's really high for poor lodging.
That is fair. I really favor a much more
Are
harsh
you looking at
economy,
like
but
poor lodging or like poor housing?
No, I am logged into the 5E. Oh, let me go up here. Here we go. Don't show this
Because
again.
like poor lodging for a night should be like a couple copper.
There it is. I'm in the right place now. What the hell is that down there? Okay. This is considered pretty poor. So she is going to charge you each 2 silver pieces per night. How long y'all gonna be staying?
just over the night, hopefully. Would
Oh,
it bother you if we stayed a few more, depending on how the ships go?
no. First come, first serve. Since she took the place, I'll give it to you for as long as you need. 2 silver pieces a night for each of you. So that's gonna be starts doing math on her fingers. Gonna be 5 of you in here, so it's gonna be 10 silver pieces. Or 1 gold.
If you wish, lady, I have it.
Well, that's good. If you have it, you got your place,
No,
yourself
no.
a place to sleep.
The lady comment was looking over to Lady Farland. I'll just pay for the entire party.
She completely
All right.
misunderstands. Go.
He looks back. My apology, lady. I meant the other lady.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is the most fun I've had like in the last 6 months. And that's pretty sad. It's terribly boring here right now. Other than that horrible noise I heard this morning. You have any idea what those horns were all about coming from the fort?
Waiting a beat or two to see if Farland wants to answer.
Uh. Sorry, what?
Lou got derailed in a different thread.
Yeah, sorry.
You
I'm
are
sorry. Someone
fired.
posted something and I'm like,
I'm sorry, bud.
You're fired.
Hang
You're
on.
fired.
Here, we're this is someone just posted this in a different Discord.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
genuinely like the worst list I've ever seen.
Yeah, it makes me angry as someone who isn't a furry and can tell them, it's like, dude, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
I'm sorry.
What is it?
Say again.
Oh, baby, Judy Hopps.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying, bro. How is she not higher on the list? Like, who the fuck wrote this?
All
Wait
right,
a minute,
genuinely,
you're right.
what
Why
I
is she
said
at
is
11?
what
Why
I'm
the hell
mad
is
at.
she at 11?
Exactly!
Robin Hood is number 1, and Maid Marian's not even on the list.
On the list. Yeah, Maid Marian was
What the fuck?
Maid Marian turned like a generation into furries. Like, legitimately.
My God, I'm
I don't-
sad because my girl's not on here. Rebecca Cunningham from Tailspin.
Oh,
that-
yeah, she was cool too.
I
she
think
was
barely
that's
great.
remember
because
her.
everything on there's from a movie, right? I think that's
Yeah, these are all
that's why.
movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
stream,
Rebecca's
just
TV
ignore
series.
this conversation. it's all fine.
Sorry.
Listen, it's late night, all right? Late night D&D, all right, with the gang. Deal with it.
I don't even like it when animals can talk, so I'm definitely not a furry.
I mean,
You're
I'm
not
not
in
blaming you
our
guys. I got a picture of Tarshanna open, so.
You trying to wash the bad imagery away?
Yeah.
Baffling list.
Yeah, no, like this list is just straight bad.
It's just
Anyway,
like, it
back
took
to
my
the game.
train of thought away.
Oh, why? Why? How did I meet all you people? Crank callers.
You say that, but like we met in like the most degenerate group that I think I've ever been a part of. So
Truth.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of love to go around. What can I say? Where the fuck were we? We're in a small town somewhere, talking to an old lady.
The lady had asked
1
us
gold.
if we knew anything about the horns.
The horns trumpeting, and you were gonna let Lady Farland answer, and if she doesn't, then you're gonna answer.
Yep.
The horns?
Yes, all the orcs blowing their war horns
Oh,
at the
yes.
fort. She's asked, "What the hell was all that noise? What was all that horn noise coming from the fort?"
It appears there was a minor disagreement between some of the orcs and the people of the fort.
Oh, Azarus, don't make them orcs mad. I know their history. They ain't nothing but bad news. Trouble. We should have never done any business with them. Now they come in here all the time causing problems.
Why don't you get Southern all of a sudden, Caddy?
Don't ask me why. Listen.
Because she had to get racist.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of
Surrounded
racist suddenly got a
racist.
Southern accent, huh?
Hey, now listen here. I'm just from Alabama, all right? It's fine. We're fine. We're not racist here in Alabama, all right?
All right, the guy in Alabama is
What are you talking about? The Alabama guy watching streams like, yeah, that's accurate. That's pretty accurate right there. You know what happened? I got derailed by the furry list. Now it's all fucked up. I quit. I don't want to be a dungeon master anymore. Mary, you take over.
Why am I taking over?
Because you're the only other one who's dungeon mastered for us.
All right, fine, but we're using Pathfinder.
No, that system sucks. It's too complicated.
My
can't wait to
brain
switch to
is
it.
smooth and pretty. Your brain is ugly and wrinkly.
So yes, she definitely has some racist undertones. But to be fair, orcs did nearly destroy half the planet at one point. But surely they're all reformed now. But yeah, most humans.
yeah,
don't
no, I'm
like
fine with the
orcs.
racism, just not the Southern accent.
I don't even know what accent she had. Oh my dear. All right, there we go. That's better. Okay, but anyway, she throws out the whole, orcs can't be trusted. They're no damn good, and I wish we hadn't done any business with them. And she just leaves it at that. And right about that time, you see Gruak walk by with a giant fucking deer on his back.
And I will break out 2 gold and try to grab her attention real quick.
Okay.
Remember, we have a strange friend. Here's 2 gold. I think you remember saying, right? Wink, wink. And he'll step back.
To let her see. Ah!
Yep. She got a glimpse of the wood, then he distracted her and gave her something good. Then she gets full view of the wood. There we go.
She's getting
That's
all that
it
wood.
sounded a lot
All
less
that
weird in
wood.
my head.
Her eyes get as big as saucers as she sees this 8-foot giant carrying a dead deer on its back. They kind of stop outside. Where are the others? Is that your friend?
It is indeed. He's an utter pacifist.
So she actually goes over to the window and she stares out. Gruak, there's this 40-year-old woman staring at you through the window of this shop to your right. And she's just got this look of utter like, what is it? What am I looking at? Why is there a tree holding a deer?
Yeah, I do my usual friendly smiling and waving.
I am Gruak.
She rolled one. She passes the fuck out.
Oh god.
She rolled a 1 on her con check. She passes clean the fuck out. Reggie, you rush to grab her before she could fall, cushioning her fall. And
Yep. Do the standard gentlemanly thing of cushioning her, giving her air, blah, blah, blah.
Gruak, you wave at her and give her the biggest smile, and she responds by falling over. You see Reggie grab her. Hey, there's Reggie.
Hello.
Oh,
Reggie
she's
waves at you
sick.
to the glass.
Yes, yes. She was overcome with excitement seeing you and needed a nap.
Because Groak's so pretty in toga.
Ah, the colors.
Oh no, Ayuki, you're so fucking bad. You're so fucking bad.
Yeah, of course, while the shopkeep is distracted.
If anybody looks around, Ayuki is no longer standing beside you, Farley.
I think she
Yeah,
wouldn't notice because she would be worried about the shopkeep passing out.
Yeah, I assume you walk over and be like, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah.
I assume she cleared my passive perception.
Oh, what is your passive?
16.
19.
Yeah, she got better than that.
Okay. Damn, your
Reggie-
passive is 19?
Yes.
Yeah, Reggie can see a whole lot of stuff, but currently he's focused on her though, so not good enough, Reggie. Not good enough.
Fair enough.
Oh, right, you're part rogue. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a what? 1 level or 2 levels of rogue? How many rogues you got?
1 right now. He's about to
One.
take his second.
Oh, you're gonna take it level 2 roguish.
Yeah.
Hell to the yeah. Well,
Shit's
you've
about to get
stabbed and
real
murdered.
roguey.
Yeah, you've stabbed and murdered enough people. I can see
Mhm.
rogue. Because you didn't do it with an elegant sword fighting style. You literally just bashed them to death with a rock like a psycho serial killer.
His original murder weapon was the shaving knives
yeah,
that
it
he
was a
carries
word.
on him.
So, to close out tonight's session, eventually the woman comes to with a little bit of fanning, and you give her a drink of water from a canteen, just to make sure she's okay. Gruak, Mary, you guys get the deer placed somewhere where you can do work on it. You are informed that there's lodgings tonight. The 4 girls will be sleeping in the back storage room of this general store. Reggie will be down below, and it is suggested that Gruak find a nice bit of soil to shove his roots into and sleep outdoors under the stars. And I think we'll pick up from there next time we play.
Outstanding.
Good session.
Sweet.
Good times. Hey, I laughed half the night, so
Yeah.
6 days out of the week, I'm all frowns, angry and depressed.
No.
Yeah, fighting drugs. The drugs.
Yeah, I get
Ah,
that.
you love us.
Yeah, and I don't know how effective my other drug is, and it's about to run out. And I think I may have missed my appointment. I got an
Not
email.
great.
I got an email from the psychologist, but it was a bunch of we're changing the way that we do business, and you'll no longer get a text message anymore whenever you have
An appointment.
an appointment coming up, which I thought was bullshit. I was like, why would you get rid of your automated? Because it costs money.
Well,
And I'm
I
like,
mean,
okay.
it's like gotta spend money to make money, I guess. Like, I don't know. I guess maybe do they charge a fee when you miss an appointment?
Yeah, they charge full
Okay,
price.
that's exactly why. Because it's like, oh, we don't have to do anything, but we'll still get money.
I'm
right?
like, okay, well, I guess maybe they'll email me when my appointment's ready, right? Because you gotta remind me when my
Mhm.
appointment's ready, right? So I didn't get anything saying, oh, by the way, your appointment is here. The email just said, hey, we'll send you an email now with the click address to take you to your video conference, right? Because this
Right,
type of
yeah.
this type of treatment, you don't really need to go into the office. You just need to be able to see each other eye to eye. So so we do all that. And the reason why I think I missed an appointment is because the amount of medication left is really low, and usually I already have a refill and it's out. But it's not been very effective this last month. I have I have been suffering massive bouts of like sadness, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why? Like, why?
A
Why am
lot
I
of
so sad?
people will have depression spikes in June and July. I don't know why, but it just
'Cause it's my
happens.
birthday.
So I'm pretty
Same.
sure I'm not a psychologist myself, but the fact that I just turned 50, I think is probably affecting
Yeah.
my mood, right? Because midlife crisis has finally kicked in, I think. And yeah, I mean, and of course, when I get to a certain depression level, I shut down, right? So, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty close because I did it again today. I was thinking of, man, I don't really want to play D&D today. I was like, I just don't want to do it anymore.
Man.
But I forced myself to do it, and every time I do it, I have an amazingly good time.
Yeah.
It's fun to hang out with you guys.
Sometimes
And we
it's
laugh
just
and
like
all
one of
that.
those things. It's like, oh, I don't want
Getting
to do
something
this.
started is the hardest part. Like
Yeah.
once
Right,
you
right.
get it rolling, you're fine.
You
Well,
gotta
maybe
tell
not
your
fine,
brain.
but
Yeah, it's it's a it's a group session unto itself to hang out and laugh with friends and all that. But when it's over, it comes back real quick, right? Because there's nothing
Nah.
left to sustain that. So it's a pain in the ass. I have no problem talking about men's mental health or anybody's mental health for that matter. I'm a big proponent of men's mental health, which
Oh,
gets ignored
absolutely.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Men's mental health gets
Yes.
ignored a lot.
Yeah, it shouldn't be ignored as much as it is. And there's this
Yeah.
sort of like horrific mentality of just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And it's just like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
no,
which
don't
is,
do
which
that.
is
That's
garbage.
dumb.
It's
It's
Yeah,
also-
garbage and it's archaic.
Yeah, it's also the thing between burnout and depression. Like, if someone has burnout, it's like, oh yeah, that guy that just worked just too hard, and the depressed guy is like, yeah, no, you just need to get the
Yeah.
shit together. It's like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, so we get it done. I am actually looking forward. I mean, I love these characters. I am ready to finish this story, and I think you guys are. We could probably be done here before the year is over, and we can start a
I
brand new
have
game next year.
A
No,
few character ideas.
I don't want this to end.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
well,
Korak.
it all comes to an end eventually, and new beginnings must
Better to end good
begin.
than to continue and then it
It
eventually
is my
like,
vow.
Yeah.
not end up great. Right?
I am notorious. I am notorious not only for online but for tabletop of not finishing my campaigns, and I'm finishing this one.
Yes.
Now that y'all are, when you arrive in Jafong, you're officially in the last act of the story.
Yeah.
So you'll be there. So we can probably be done before the end of the year, and then probably going to take a few months off just to reset my brain. Plus,
Yeah.
I'm going to need to read some Pathfinder because the rules, while they have some similarities to 5e, they are way different.
Well,
in
dude,
some
like I said, when
aspects.
we're done here, I can run something, and you can play to learn the rules.
See, playing, I wouldn't have a problem showing up to playing. Right? I don't have a
Yeah,
problem showing up to
and
playing.
you'll learn
So-
the rules by playing that way. So you don't have to have a whole bunch of shit memorized going into your first DM experience there.
Yay.
That-
I get
that's
to
the,
play with Caddy.
It's good times. I do a pretty damn good character.
Wasn't the last time that happened, we it was in Melo's campaign and that like thing exploded and it killed
Reggie exploded.
Yep.
Reggie exploded. Reggie exploded.
yeah, Reggie and
Killed half the party.
and Blado and
I just watched from a distance going, wow,
I
that is not
barely
good.
lived like with 2 HP.
It was
That was
rough.
good times. It was good times. But, you shoot flaming arrows into a gunpowder storage facility.
Yeah.
That usually causes a problem.
Literal
I
insanity.
don't remember who had the bad roll trying to identify what was in there and came back with like wine, I think it was. Someone thought that
No
it was
clue.
full of wine casks.
Good times. Parts
All right,
flying everywhere.
let's say
debris
quickly
raining down.
goodnight to chat, so I can wrap up. I got a hungry kitty here
Yeah.
that's yelling at me.
Kitty.
All right, chat. Thank you for hanging out here and putting up with all our shenanigans and our medical problems. It's good times. Seek professional help if you need it. Don't
Yes.
sit there and think the whole
Yeah.
world can't help you, because that's the only reason why I'm
No,
survived.
no
One of
shame to
my-
ask for help.
That's right. One of my online friends that I've role played with in the text-based mushes for 7 years. She was the only one I could talk to about this because my real world friends kind of all suck ass, and they're those kind, oh, just suck it up, right? That kind of guys. So, yeah, that didn't work. So she
Yeah.
convinced me that there's no shame in seeking out a psychiatrist, and I did, and the psychiatrist helped me immensely. Except now we're battling even more age, so may need to change drugs or change dosage or something. If I don't fire her ass for suddenly changing all of her, scheduling processes on me. So we'll see. That'd be a shame because I really like that psychiatrist. She's really good. But anyway, thank you, chat. We'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, maybe next Monday. We'll see. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
Monday. D&D.
'Cause I think I'm in the office next week, and if that's the case, you know what happens. I cancel
No.
everything. Yep. So I got to double check. I know Wednesday's going to suck because we're taking a company trip down to Austin for the day.
All right,
Literally 4 hours driving there.
Bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye.
Get out, chat. Get out.